Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my name. Okay, hold on. I'm screwing up real quick. Okay. Alright, let me just see if everything's alright from my end. Alright. Let me just see something real quick. And then we'll get started. Alright, hold on. Let's see here. Alright, hold on. Let's see here. Alright. Everything looks good for the most part. Alright, ladies and gents. It is obviously your boy, the Mafia King, and bring you guys another beautiful live stream. Okay, now as usual, we do our yearly schedule predictions for my favorite team in the NFL, which is the Buffalo Bills. Okay, now things is a little bit more different than it was years previous. Well, for one, my old laptop, the one I have for nearly first 3 years and all. Yeah, it completely shit the bed because the battery just completely just went out, and I tried to get it fixed, but there was too much collateral damage to it. So the best thing I could only do was get store credit. So yeah. Then I had to buy a whole new laptop on eBay, and well, for the most part, it's keeping up to I guess you could say it's a little bit more fine when I could use things like StreamYard and everything else. But the problem is it's a little bit of a outdated map. It's a little bit laptop. It's late 2011, MacBook Pro, late 2011 version. So obviously, I can't get some of the things that I currently use up to, to date. So that means I can't, edit some videos and do other stuff. The only thing I could do is do live streams like this. So that's the only thing I could do. So once I get enough money saved up, I'm going to go buy a new laptop, one that's currently up to date, and gonna get a whole new video editor software, and then we'll be back to business. All right. So that means, ladies and gentlemen, there will be no videos because of this whole situation. I mean, I didn't even give you guys no videos last season. So there you go. But yeah, but luckily I can give you guys a live stream. Okay. So don't worry, people. I will be making content again, on this channel. You just gotta give me time. All right. I know I've been taking a little bit absence. I know haven't been active on the channel with making content, but I was in college, and I did graduate. Yippee, So there. But besides all that, look, y'all, I do want to make contact with you guys. I do want to drop some videos there and there. But it's got too much on my plate, man. I really do. So, but don't worry. The Mafia King, once he gets his shit together, hey, there'll be videos of contact on there, right? Mostly just for the season. I might do NBA when the playoffs roll around for the Lakers, you know. So yeah, so that's why I could aim for that. So, because at that point I might actually have a whole new laptop. So there you go. But for the majority of it, as of right now, people, this is the best I can do. Okay? So yeah, but it is here, the schedule predictions. I wasn't gonna miss out on doing the schedule predictions, okay? So that's the only thing I could give grace to this laptop. Okay, is that at least I could still live stream, on StreamYard. Which, speaking of StreamYard, yeah, I can't even use my intro and outros no more. I mean, I can, but I have to upgrade it. So yeah, the little outro, the little intro y'all saw, man. Look, that's not gonna be forever, man. Okay, so I don't know, man. I probably have to pay for fucking StreamYard too, for you guys could see my beautiful intro and outros that I made. So God, fucking goddamn StreamYard. Like, what the hell? What the actual hell? I have to upgrade now too, so that I could show off my intro and outros. Ain't this some bull? Some bull. Some bull. And I found that out way before the live stream. All right. Hey, yes, whatever. But yeah, it seems like, I would have to buy goddamn StreamYard too. The hell? It's a lot of shit I have to fucking do. It's a lot of shit on my goddamn plate. But regardless of what, everything will be fine once I get my feet up. Okay? I just have too much things on my plate as of right now. Okay? So don't worry, y'all. I will be doing video content on here, okay? Sooner than later, okay? Because, I don't want to keep on being absent, give you guys a live stream and then disappearing, for a couple months like I'm the goddamn final balls, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, I mean, because that's why you might as well call me that. You might as well either call me The Rock or Brock Lesnar at this point. You know, shows up when he wants to, and then we don't see him probably within the next 5 months or within the next year. Because that's exactly where I'm at this point. All right. But at least in my case, I had things to do. These two are just part timers and just goddamn lazy and shit. So that's the only difference. But I guess you could say I'm a little bit lazy too. But it is what it is. So the first portion of it, like college, that's done. All right. The next thing is just doing the other shit. Okay. So that's all. So yeah, I will have to have a video schedule. Okay, the time that look, there's a lot of things I'm going to do. Okay, once I get a brand new laptop that I can actually edit on and other shit, I will have to create a whole video schedule. Okay, of when the videos will drop and etc. etc. All right. Now, as for live streams, there's no literally schedules for that at all. So live streams are just not going to be scheduled. I'll just put out a live stream just randomly out of nowhere and just say, hey, guys, hey, no video today, but there will be a live stream later on tonight. Okay. So that's exactly what I will do. All right. So yeah, the live streams will have no schedule. All right. But as for the video context, yes, they will have a schedule. Once I get a new laptop and all, with an actual software video editor that I can actually use and edit my videos on, yes, I will create a whole video schedule. Okay. In my free time, by the way. Okay. Now, it's not going to be daily. Okay, people. It's not going to be daily. Okay. It's not going to go Monday to Friday. All right. Because, we're not that channel. Okay. But don't worry. I will have a video schedule of when I will drop the video. All right. Now, obviously, I'm going to do the videos the day before it drops, you know. And that's another thing I got to change up. I keep doing the videos like probably the day before, and then, don't really just don't really have the patience of just editing it all, or just do the video the day of. So that's another thing I keep on doing. So that's another thing I have to switch up. Like, I should probably do it like 2 days, 3 days before. You know, like a hate week. Like, let's say, I'm doing a video on the Patriots, for example, right? And I have to, well, first I'm going to do voice recording before I do anything else, so that, the voice recording is just out the way, and then, comes the, getting a lots of memes and, clips and photos and then other stuff, So, that takes time and all. And that's just hard to find because you got to find the right clips, the right memes for these videos, okay? Because, I mean, after all, I am a troll, okay? And I am a trash talker. So, that's basically what it is. And you guys see my content. So, yeah. So, it is what it is. But I don't know. I might switch it up, though. I don't know. I might do something different with the videos. I don't know. I haven't decided what I really want to do. Yeah, because I'm itching to the point where it may be time to start, showing off that face reveal. Now, granted, there's some people out there that, that does know what I look like. Don't get me wrong. But majority of them don't. So, I don't know. If I do show my face, then, I'll just, have a camera and just show my face and, just start talking trash, to lots of, peasant ass goddamn NFL fan bases, So that's probably what I will do too. And, have some little, memes as well with it as well, But, that time has not come yet. Now, I will reveal my face, just let you guys know, I mean, that might be, no, that's not going to be live. That's going to be probably a video content so that, it's just what it is. But, yes, there would be a time and place to reveal my face on here, and, that will be, I'll give it maybe, I don't know. I don't want to say next year. I don't want to get your hopes up. I don't know when the time is right. Let's just go with that. All right, let's just go when the time is right, and it's to be determined. Okay, not to be announced, just to be determined when the time is right. That's all. That's all. So yeah, there's a lot of things that's gonna come its way on this channel, okay? Because I have kind of been absent. I know I have posted a lot of things in the community tabs of it. So that's the only thing I could say I've been active on is the community posts of the channel. But I should be more active on the videos more than posts of, pictures and stuff. So yeah, man, look, I do love doing this. I do love doing videos, but it's just too much. It's just on my plate right now, okay? And I don't even have a video, and I don't even have a laptop to do video editing on at the moment. But when I do, I'll let you guys know. Okay, that will be a big announcement. I might announce it on here that, hey guys, I got a laptop, new laptop, finally. I could do some video editing on here, and we're back to business. All right. So there you go. And then that will probably be the day when I can do some video scheduling. Because I did it last year. Not gonna lie, I did it last year. I did actually create a schedule for last season, but did not live up to the expectations that I actually put on that schedule. But next season, when I do have probably my shit together and all, yeah, I will, I will most definitely have a video scheduling context schedule for that. All right. I mean, it could start with the playoffs for the NBA. I know, and that's another thing. I know I've been you know, planning it, but then something happens. So when the NBA playoffs does roll around in April, which is my birthday month, by the way. Hey, look, I'm going to promise y'all that I am going to drop a Lakers. Well, I will start with the hype trailer. And then whoever we play in the first round, they're going to get shitted on. All right. Now, I'm not going to go game by game and game by game because, that's just too exhausting to me. And it's a hassle as well. So what I will do is, once the series is over with, that's when you guys will get the video. All right. Now, if we lose, then, hey, I will still make the video. I will congratulate the team. I'll eat crow. And, there on there. So, yeah. I will promise you guys this. If I get the laptop way before April, which likely is possibly going to probably happen, then, the first content video on this channel since my Buffalo Bills hype trailer, that's about to be almost a year from now, would be a Lakers hype trailer. Yeah, it would. It would be. And then we get to we will get to who we face in the first round of the playoffs. And then we'll see how the series ends up, where with the Lakers win the series or they lose the series. So yeah. That's all. And I don't know, I kind of wanted to do this too. Like, if all my enemies, all my ops, the teams that I don't like in the NBA and all, teams I just hate with passion, I might throw in a video. I might do a live funeral service. I should have did one with the Celtics. Should have did one with the Celtics. That would have been epic. A Celtics funeral riot service on this channel. Oh my god, there's so much shit I would have said, man. Because you know how I feel about Boston sports fans, Scum of the earth. Scum of the earth. So yeah, there's a lot of teams that, I would just shit on. Same thing with the NFL. I mean, how much badly I want to do a funeral service on, like, the Chiefs, the Ravens, and the Bengals. And no, even teams in the AFCs. Because, I mean, there was actually a planned live funeral service just about 2 years ago that I was going to probably do. I mean, hey, the thumbnail was ready. The thumbnail was ready. The video title was ready. It was ready. But it didn't happen. Now, I could have did it last year too. But it didn't happen because there was too much things on my plate. And with me in college as well. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that I actually want to do beyond, this video content is, live funeral services, which I think will be epic. And you know what? Better yet, I might put in the invite in the live chat so that anybody that wants to shit on a team that who's in the we're grieving, blessing our blessings, to them, and just just pretty much just shitting on them. Hey, feel free to say what you want. And even if you're a fan of that team, hey, feel free what you gotta say. Okay? So yeah, I'll be nice and put a little invite in the live chat so that everybody is welcome to this funeral service. Okay? Because I know a lot of people wants to say what they gotta say. All right. All right. Look, it's about to be 23 minutes into this live stream. Okay. I've been talking for 20 minutes. Okay. All right, people. We have to get into business because I know with me talking for forever, and I could talk forever, people. We always go overboard these live streams. Okay. Be 2 hours, and 3 hours, and then 4. We have not got to 5 hours yet, though. We have not gotten to that. So yeah. Yeah, so what I'm doing is what I want to do is I want to get past an hour for this and then call it a night. Okay, because it is very late. I know I put this very late at night. Okay. So there it is. But before I get to the schedule breakdown, let's read these comments. It's only 2 of them. It's by the exact same guy as well. My biggest fan, by the way. Hey Mafia King, glad you're finally coming back on YouTube and making videos again. Thank you, Jordan, for that. I do love YouTube, man. I do love YouTube. But like I stated before, man, look, I don't got a laptop to, edit videos with. I got an outdated late 2011 version of a MacBook, bro. MacBook Pro. Okay? And also, first time ever. This is the very first time ever that I'm doing a live stream on a whole different computer that's not Windows. Like this is the very first time that I'm using a different laptop that's not owned by Windows. Because I have had Windows laptops for nearly a decade. Okay, I have never had a MacBook Pro. Okay, now I know how to use it and all because people in my family had MacBooks. My brother has one. My father has one. And I think someone else has one too. But I digress. Okay, I know how to use a MacBook. Okay, and also I have edited a video on a MacBook Pro before. Okay. And that was on my father's. Final Cut Pro, yeah. Oh, and that would be the video editor I would use, by the way, because I'm kind of done with Windows, to be honest with you. I'm sick of them. So yeah, they're just a bad influence to me, honestly. Because let me tell you something, man. Every single time, like when Windows is kind of like that exact same color card you get, and yeah, you just keep finding a way to like crash into it, and something bad just happens to it until you're just so sick of it, you just get a different type of car with a different color, and after that point, it's just everything is fine. That's what these Windows laptops is with me. Whether it's a virus, or the computer is just not working, or the charger's fucked up, or fucking goddamn the battery dies out. I mean, like, it's always simple with these Windows laptops, bro. So I'm like, you know what, man, it just might be time, bro. It might be time for to end Windows, man, because, man, first of all, I got an iPhone. Okay, that's number one. Okay, number two, man. I mean, number two, man. Windows is just not. I mean, it's fine. It's not bad or anything, but it's just not. They just have too many complications, man. I mean, Microsoft in general just have too many complications, man, with their whole company. You know. So yeah, man, it's time to leave Windows, man. I had to run with it, and now it's time to open up to new things, and that is an Apple Mac Pro. All right, and I always wanted an Apple computer. I always wanted one, but they cost way too much money. Obviously, same thing with Windows. Now the cheaper one between the two would be Windows. I mean, it is Windows. Windows is the cheaper one between the two because MacBook. I mean, these dudes are just. I mean, these dudes are just too greedy, bro. At Apple, bro. I mean, Jesus Christ, you have to like. They're selling these new MacBook laptops for like nearly fucking goddamn $1,000 and $200,000. $200. $2,000. 1,000. 2,000. Like what the hell? Like I thought this was for the game PC shit monitors, but turns out it's not. Like, oh my god, man! These companies, bro. I mean, like, what the hell? I mean, with computers, gaming consoles, especially the video games. Like, bro, do you understand that these video games, like, especially the new Nintendo, like the Nintendo Switch 2, the gaming price is like 88. It's not 88, $89, bro, for a physical copy for a video game now. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Like, I remember when I was younger, video games used to cost like this like $59.99, and before there was like $49.99. Now they have updated the prices to like 69, 79, 89. And it's like, well, what the hell are we doing here? Like, how greedy can y'all really get? Like, what the hell? Like, y'all making these video games more expensive than the consoles are. And we already know the consoles it's always going to be like 500 and, like between like 300 to 500, you know? So like that's just like the PlayStation 5, like I guess like they updated the prices like to like 400 and maybe close to 600. Hey man, if you're somebody who don't got a PlayStation 5, man, I mean, hey man, I feel bad for you because that's a lot of money you gotta buy, man. But luckily for me, hey man, at least I got a PlayStation 5 in the nick of time. Now I didn't get it before the whole world shut down in 2020, but hey, it was worth the wait for 2 years. So I will say that. So yeah. But yeah, man, I feel bad, man. I feel bad, man, for some people who have to like spend their whole entire money to get the new prices for these video game consoles, these video games, and these computers. It's like, yo, like the world is just so greedy, man. I mean, like these people are just greedy, bro. They really are. I just don't like $1,000 for for a computer, for a laptop. Come on, man. Like, come on, man. And phones ain't different either. Phones are just as bad as these other ones because phones, oh my god, man, you gotta pay like a lot of money for these. 500 or well, yeah, 200 or 300. Especially for the iPhones. Like, I mean, it's just Apple, bro. I mean, Apple is just too much money, bro. For real. Like, these dudes are just what? Unbelievable. But yeah, so yeah, so that's what I gotta say about that, okay? Because I mean it's just unbelievable how this world is, bro, with these monies and stuff, and housing, $1,000, bro. I mean, look, there was a time when you had to pay like $300 to buy a house, or no, excuse me, to rent out a house. And for to buy a house, it was like what, maybe 600. Probably when my great grandmother, my great grandparents were coming up, and grandparents, and then started to change once our parents came to the world, and then when we came into the world, just now it's like $1,000. So it's like, what the hell? Like, Jesus Christ. I mean, unbelievable, bro. I mean, the world's just too much greed, man. They just really are, bro. They really are. But yes. So that is the plan. All right. I will get another laptop, okay? And it'll be another MacBook. All right. Now it won't be $1,000, tell you that for much, but I would be buying off it from, not goddamn Best Buy or whatever website, Apple, because they're just as crazy. I will buy it off this one site, Back Market. Yeah, I mean it's only like $300, you know what I mean? Expensive, but it's better than, paying $1,000 for something, you know? So there you go. Almost I could also do like for a trade too, like to even get less money for it. So if I wanted to like sell like my Nintendo Switch or my this iPhone I got right here, I get like a less I get like they bring the prices down for that to just buy it. So I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. But I don't feel like, trading off my iPhone or Nintendo Switch yet. Cuz I don't. Well, I don't know about maybe the iPhone, because I am planning on getting another phone, because this one it's a long story with this one. I mean, I have no service on it. I can't call nobody. I can only FaceTime and text, so that's the good news. So yeah, I have no service on it. So yeah. Oh, we'll pay for it. I could, but it's AT&T, man. The prices went up, so they're just as greedy. So I don't know, but we'll see what happens with that. But I'm not too worried about that right about now. I'm more concerned about you know this whole laptop situation than a phone right now. Because I want to edit some fucking videos, man. Shit, I want to bring out content again. Like when I first came on here, 2022, man. I mean, hey, man, we had a blast, didn't we? We had a blast. Although I was still in college, but we had a blast. And then after that, it's just. Phew. So, yeah. It is what it is. But don't worry, guys. But don't worry, people. I will be making YouTube content again, all right? I know I'm going to take another absence. I might be coming back for once the playoffs start again to do it on a live stream. Maybe I might have this laptop, maybe not, but we'll see. So yeah. And then after that, could be dropping some Lakers content. And then after that, then it will be another live stream for getting ready for the 2026 season. And then dropping a whole week 1 preview for whoever the Bills face next year in the opener in week 1. Probably getting ready for the home opener for the brand new stadium after we win the Super Bowl. Who knows, man? Who knows, man? But it's 30 minutes, man. So yeah, so let me read another of these comments and then we'll jump right in. I am a Clippers fan, but I want my team to win a championship only once, and that's it. To get rid of ringless. You mean get off the ringless thing? I mean, Jordan, I love you, man, to death, but you gotta. I don't want to call you out or anything, but you gotta rework your sentences there. I mean, the first part was okay. It's just like the ending part is just you gotta make sense like that, and to get rid of. Oh, let me read it. And that it to be yeah, like I think you should have said get off of the ringless list. Yeah, like this is how I would have said it. All right, if I was a Clippers fan, I am a Clippers fan, but I want my team to win a championship only once, and that to be getting all the ringless lists. That's how I would have did it. Okay. So Jordan, you're good people and all, but rework your sentences next time and all. And to your um question, yeah, I mean I feel the same way about this team in Buffalo. Only once, just one before I die. Just one before I die. Now if you want to go crazy like you're the New England Patriots or the Steel Curtain of the '70s or whatever, then be my guest. But I just want to see one championship before I die, so that I don't have to go into another all season where you're linguist, you're 0-4, you're never gonna win. Buffalo's a choke artist, this and this and that. I don't feel like keep on hearing that. Because it's already bad enough. We already heard about Allen. Does not have no accomplishments, and then we got in, and then he won the MVP and stuff. Which we'll get into just in a minute. All right. We'll get into that just in a minute. So there's a lot of things I gotta say about that, regarding to who we're facing week 1. But yeah, just one before I die, will be nice. All right. Last one by Jordan. Windows costs us a lot of money a lot of days. So these new computers, like, oh my god, like they are so expensive. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy how Windows, Apple, who else? Sony, you know, these video game companies. What then again? Well, hold on. Sony and Microsoft, I mean, they do make Xbox and PlayStation. But my point still stands. And a lot of other things. Like it's so crazy, man, on how expensive these things are, bro, nowadays, bro. For things like, a phone, a laptop, and a video game console, and even buying a goddamn physical copy of a video game. $89? What the hell? What type of bullshit is that? Like, what type of bullshit is that? $89 to buy a goddamn Nintendo game, bro. You gotta be crazy. I mean, you gotta be kidding me. Oh god, man. The greed of these people, man, these companies, bro. It's just beyond me. Who else is greed? Those fuckers in WWE. Yeah, let me tell you something about WWE, man. They got a lot of balls. Okay. Now, granted, you could say it's also TKO. Okay. This whole ESPN shit, man. $30 a month, bro, to watch the single pay-per-view, bro. Yeah, I'm calling it pay-per-view. I'm not calling it no goddamn POE, all right? It doesn't even sound right. Okay? It doesn't sound cool. Okay? It doesn't sound cool when you're saying pay-per-view. Okay? POE, it's just trash. Okay, so that's this generation's thing. My generation, we grew up on the word pay-per-view. I know POE. Sounds like goddamn PE. Getting ready for a PE class. The hell. But yeah, $30 a month just to watch a single pay-per-view. Like, bro, who the hell wants to watch 5 matches of a Backlash show where you're gonna have randoms like Solo and goddamn Aleister Black and the rest of them and all? Like, who the hell wants to sit through that? Who the hell wants to pay $30 for that? For just 5 matches on a goddamn Backlash show just to see either one of those superstars? Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. I miss the days of WWE Network where you just had to pay $9.99. Like, get out of here, bro. Like, get out of here, bro. Like, man, please. Like, God, man, I just don't understand this, bro. With this damn WWE, bro, it's just, it's like everything, bro. I mean, they are literally asking everything for their audience, bro. I mean, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy, bro. But hey, man, Saturday night main event is gonna be on Peacock. Like we give a fuck. All right, only time we're gonna give a fuck about Saturday night main event is when John Cena retires, bro. And after that, no one's not gonna give a shit about Saturday night main event ever again, bro. Okay. After this, John Cena has his final match, bro, in December, bro, on the 13th, bro, in his hometown in Boston, Massachusetts, bro. Ain't nobody gonna care about no goddamn Saturday night main event, bro. Afterwards on Peacock, or you're watching on NBC. Like, who cares? Who cares? That's the God honest truth. That's the God honest truth. Man, I just like God, man, the things we love, bro. What is happening, bro? What is happening to the things we love, bro? And then the prices that just keep on going up, bro. Just to pay so much goddamn money for it. They're taking it all away from us, man. The shit is sad. The shit is sad, man, to see how the economy is, bro, to us. But hey, what else is new with the economy, bro? They've been doing this for a quarter of a century. It is what it is. What's going on, Get On Kid? What's going on, Get On Kid? Get On Kid is he's a Steelers fan. He's also a sorry, a Wolves fan, and he's also a Minnesota Wild fan. So yeah, and I think, are you a soccer fan too? I can't remember you're a soccer fan. I think you are. Because I know you're a Timberwolves fan, a Steelers fan, and a Wild fan. The baseball team, by the way, okay? You guys don't watch baseball. All right, I don't, but I do know the teams, okay? Even though I am a Yanks fan, but I don't watch it often, but I do know the teams, okay? So there you go. And he's also what is it? He's also a fan of someone else. I think it's a Minnesota team. Was it a hockey team? Hold on, there's a hockey team, isn't there? Let's see. NHL before let me look this up. Oh wait. Oh shit, never mind. It's oh fuck. I got it wrong. Minnesota Wild's a hockey team. But okay, so then no, it's the Twins. It's the Twins. Yep. It's the Twins. Yep. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is. Okay, I got it wrong. My bad. So the Minnesota Wild is a hockey team. Okay, but the Minnesota Twins is the baseball team. Okay, I gotta mix up. My bad. But everything else though, I did say that it is correct though. But I still got it right though. He is a Wild fan. He is the Twins fan, and he's also a Timberwolves fan and a Steelers fan. So the only one he don't got a fan of is the Vikings. So it is what it is. But yeah. So that's getting on that is Getting On Kid and all. Guys might catch him on RJ's channel. My boy RJ, who's he's claimed that he's not a Giants fan and all, but how we all know RJ, bro. He is a Giants fan. All right. So it is what it is. Even though he doesn't claim the Giants, as he used to, but it is what it is. But hey, RJ, you can always join the another team in blue. All right, they're just another team from New York. Okay, who's actually play in the state of New York, by the way. Okay, because I will be. I don't want to get into all that. All right, because I'm already too pissed about that. With Carmelo Anthony's son saying, this ignorant shit. All right. And even though he's from fucking Colorado, by the way. So there you go. So yeah, I don't even want to get into all that. All right. Okay, I've been talking forever, man. All right, it's time to get down to business. Okay. All right. So the Buffalo Bills 2025 schedule. Okay. Look, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Out of all the Buffalo Bills schedules I have done over the last few years, man, this might be the hardest one. This might be the hardest one, because let me explain to you why. All of our games, all of our tough games, man, are at home. Okay, all of our tough games for this season is at home. The road games are a little bit more easier. I mean, if you want to say, obviously Pittsburgh's no slouch. Um, Foxborough has always been hard, regardless of Brady and Belichick not being there. Okay, that's still going to be a tough place to win there. Okay, and Cleveland. I mean, say what you want, but that's not too easy to go in there as well. Okay, even though it's still Cleveland at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So I digress. Okay, but outside of those 3 road games, man, everything else is fine. Okay, it's just that the home games are the hard one. If 2 of those opponents were playing on the road, we were playing on the road, then fine. It will be a little bit more easier to predict. But we got a lot of goons coming to Buffalo this year. In the final season of, the old Ralph Wilson Stadium. All right. This is the final season that we will be playing in that stadium before we move into our brand new stadium just across the street, within next year in 2026. Okay. So yeah, this is the farewell season of the old Ralph Wilson Stadium. All right. So it is what it is with that. So, it's a lot of great memories, some bad and all, but it's a lot of moments in there, bro. Okay. That's the Saxon Stadium that the Bills won. Well, went to, 4 straight Super Bowls and all. That's the Saxon Stadium. We took down the pole after, we clinched the AFCs against the Jets, you know. And that's still the Saxon Stadium where Josh Allen threw for like the longest passing yards in that stadium in history, bro. With to Gabe Davis and all against the Steelers a few years back. So yeah, there's a lot of great memories there, bro. And the old Rob Wilson Stadium, bro. Okay, or if like we like to call it in Buffalo, the RAF. You know, so it is what it is. But yeah, it is the final season in that stadium. All right, that stadium has been there for 50 years, man. 50 years. 50 years, man. That stadium's been there. And it's a college stadium, but it's so loud, though. It's so low. That's the funny thing about it, man. It's a college stadium type of stadium, but it is so loud once you get in there, bro. Telling you. Telling you. So yeah. So yeah. But that's what I was saying before. Yeah, the home schedule is hard. You got the Ravens, you got the Bengals, you got the Eagles, and you got the Chiefs. Okay? And if you want to say the Buccaneers for a 5th, be my guest. Okay? So, we got a lot of goons coming here in Buffalo, bro, for the last season in the RAF. Okay? So, this home schedule, bro, it's hard. It is hard. This is the hardest. I think this is our hardest home schedule we've had in the Josh Allen era. I think this is like the very first time that our home schedule is our hardest schedule in the Josh Allen era. I mean, like, that's just crazy, man. Like, if we were playing the Ravens or the Bengals in Baltimore or Cincinnati, then okay. All right, this schedule will be a little bit more easier to predict. But the fact that they're coming here and you're adding Kansas City and Philly to come here, I mean, that's just tough, bro. That is just tough. And they're all Super Bowl contenders. So it's like, that's just crazy, bro. That is crazy, man. That is crazy. All right. And also, with that being said, even though the home schedule for us, even though the games at home are hard, this is still an easy schedule, to say the very least. Now, I don't know how that's even possible, considering the fact that your home games are hard and all, and yet you have the most easiest, and not the most easiest, but you have one of the most easiest schedules in the league. Now, that will be due to, us playing in a shitty division like the AFC East, because, I mean, like, this division is trash. I mean, like, for years, actually, not for years, for the last few years, they've been saying, oh, the AFC East is, one of the best divisions in football and this and that and all, right? Well, we've heard that for the last 2 seasons on, and the Buffalo Bills still has won a division. The Bills are still the kings of the East. You had people a year ago saying that the Jets was going to win it. The Dolphins were going to win it. Even 2 years before that, you had people saying the Jets and the Dolphins were going to win it. They had the audacity to say that the Jets and the Dolphins were Super Bowl contenders, and they haven't proven nothing yet, especially the Jets. Jets ain't proved shit. They ain't proved shit. So, yeah. And guess what? You know what happened, man? Reality happened. And guess what? Everything remained the same. Bills on top. Everybody else is playing for second. That's how it is. All right. We don't like the East is not the AFC North. The East is not the AFC West. The East is not the NFC West. The East is not the NFC North. Okay. The AFC East is with divisions like the AFC South, the NFC South. We're a trash division. We're literally right there. The only reason we're not as bad as we are those divisions because those teams are way worse than the teams we got in the AFC East. Okay, the Patriots are way better than the Titans, Jaguars, the Colts, and hell, I could even say the Texans. And you already know they're better than the 4 teams in the NFC South. Same thing with the Jets. Well, all right, no, Texans and maybe the Jaguars might be better, but Jets are better than the Titans and the Colts, at least. Dolphins are better than all 4 as well. All right, maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. They might be. No, they're better than the Jaguars. They're tissy better than the Texans, but not all. But not really. Not very often. No, they're not. No, they're not. They're not better than the Texans. No, they're not. Because I forgot they have a quarterback and they don't. Dolphins have no quarterback. I don't care what you guys say about Tua and all, but Tua, no. Nope. No, they have no quarterback. So it is what it is. They're better than the Colts and the Titans, though. Okay, and you already know that there's no discussion about us being better than who we're better than. All right, we're better than all 4. Okay, same thing in the NFC South. All right, we're better than all of them. Okay, the Jets. I mean, I don't know. They're better than the Saints. They're not better than the Buccaneers. They're not better than the Falcons. They might be better than the Panthers. No, they're better than the Panthers. Patriots are better than the Saints. The Panthers. And that's about it. Dolphins are better than the Panthers and the Saints. And the Falcons too, to a degree. I don't know about the Buccaneers. And we are better than all four. So that's why our division is not as bad as those divisions are, but it's still a pretty bad division, to say the least. Okay. So that's all I got to say about that. Okay. So, yeah. So yeah, we play in the shady division, and all the games on the roads that hard outside of Pittsburgh and Foxborough and Cleveland. All right. So yeah, and also, the Bills have a chance to grab the number one seed in the AFC this year with this favorable schedule, because this favorable schedule has the Bills winning every single game. Now, the last time this happened was 3 years ago, when everybody picked us to win the Super Bowl, and we were the all among the favorites, this and this and that, and we also had that played out. Okay, we still won in the AFC East. We still went to the playoffs and we won a playoff game, but tragedy happened. With the first it was the top shooting, then injuries happened, and then the Damar Hamlin incident happened, and then after that the team was just out of gas, and we had a terrorist as the OC, by the way. So there you go. So yeah, man, a lot of things just it wasn't, yeah. So yeah, it is what it is. But we were favored in every single goddamn game, though. And now this year we're favored in every single goddamn game again. I mean, I mean, I won't say every game, but it's like, come on, man. Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, you gonna pull this again, bro? Like you did 3 years ago? Put us in this trap again? Really? My God, bro. My God. And we're always gonna be among the favorites to win the Super Bowl, but I'm hearing that we might be the favorites to win the Super Bowl too, like the top favorites, like the number one favorites. So I'm like, oh my God, bro, again with this? Really, again with this? Like, Jesus Christ, bro, Jesus Christ! Like, come on, man. Like, can we just tone it down just a little bit? Like, look, I respect the hype and all, like, and also the Bills deserve the praise, but let's tone it down a notch, okay? Let's just tone it down a notch, okay? Because then receipts is gonna come, and then we're gonna have to hear about this and this and that, and if we get another playoff exit this postseason, okay? Because you already know what's gonna happen, okay? So I don't want to hear it, okay? But the number one seed, though, number one seed, it is the Bills to lose, because I mean, outside of the home games, I mean, like, how many games could you really lose on the road? I mean, it could be 3 or maybe more. It could be some surprises there, but hey, man, you never know, man. You never know. I mean, this is the NFL. There is some unpredictability. This is not the NBA where everything is too predictable and plural to a degree. Okay, it's every given Sunday. That's why there's a such thing as every given Sunday, because it's a thing. Okay, so yeah, but the number one seed, however, could be in the Bills' favor for this year, because we have been the 2 seed, we have been the 3 seed. Okay, we have yet to be the number one seed in the postseason to get home field advantage. And this is the season to do it, regardless of how many goons you got coming in your building this year in Baltimore, Cincinnati, KC, Philly. I'll throw in Tampa Bay in there, because they're no slouch as well. Like, you got a bunch of goons coming into our house. Coming into our house. Okay? And everyone else on the road outside of Pittsburgh, Foxborough, and even Cleveland to a degree, I mean, it's a pretty easy road. It's an easy road for the very first time in the Josh Allen era. Home, it's hard. The road, pretty easy. Outside of three stadiums. So yeah, that's that. So like the number one seed, it's in our favor, bro. It's in our favor. Now, will we grab it? I'm not sure. But if we win enough games and beat the team we're supposed to beat, then by all that means, I mean the Buffalo Bills will have the number one seed in the AFC conference for the very first time since 1993. That was the last time that we had the number one seed in the AFC. That was over 30 plus years ago. Okay, so it's been a long time. So yeah, I mean it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But with it being the final year in the Ralph Stadium, I mean, why can't we get the number one seed? Why can't we? You know, I mean, you might as well go out with a bang. You know, you might as well. And obviously, we're capable of doing that. But we just gotta stick to our guns. We got to. So yeah. So yeah. Um. Also, Josh Allen could be poised for back-to-back MVPs. I mean, it's not granted, but he could be poised for another MVP award this season. Okay, because of the favorable schedule as well. So we'll see what happens. But we're gonna go in here. It's been an hour now, and we're going to go over the game by game and win loss. You know, and see what the final prediction of win loss record we will have. All right. So let's get this started, people. Right away. All right. All right. So here we are. My favorite hold on. Let me yeah. Can you guys see that better? Can you guys see that better? All right, well, I could see it better on here. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. So, this is what we have going up this year, And the one thing I will say before I do get into the first game, I do not like this early buy. I don't. I'm sorry. I'm never a fan of the early buy. I always these last two seasons I always liked the late buys for us because a lot of teams don't have enough film on us and yet, and does a little bit of adjustments and all late in the season but this early buy for week 7, bro, I do not like because teams are going to be prepared for us, when it comes to adjustments later on in the season. Okay, so I do not like the early buy. I'm never a big fan of early buy because that's just giving teams enough time to come up with a game plan and adjustments to how to play against you. Okay, so it's no. I'm not a big fan of the early buy for week 7. I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not a big fan of the early buy. I'm just not. I'm just not. I hate the early buy. I really do. So there you go with that. There you go with that. Okay. now that I got out that now that oh, I can't even talk right now. Now that I got that out the way, let's go over the week 1 against these goddamn Ravens. All right. So we opened the season up on Sunday Night Football against the team that we knocked out the playoffs in the division round last season, in the Baltimore Ravens. All right. Now, last year on Sunday Night Football, we played the Ravens in Baltimore and all. And I did give you guys my reaction to that, when we got blown the hell off the field in Charm City and all, 35-10. So yeah, it's not great to watch that game, bro, and on TV, bro. It really wasn't. All right. So yeah, we got Kerm stop on national TV on Sunday Night Football. So it is what it is. But we did get our revenge in January in our territory, and it was a very close game, but in the end we prevailed and all. So yeah. But that's not even the bad part. The bad part about all this is that since 2023, since the 2023 season, right? There's been a debate about Allen and Lamar, right? Now, it's not about who's better, because we're already past that, right? It was about who was the MVP more, okay, between the two. All right, Lamar and Allen, right? This whole thing started off last year when, actually, a season ago or so, or actually a season ago, when Lamar won MVP, his second MVP, and et cetera, right? Obviously, people in the Bills Mafia was not too pleased about it. Not too pleased. Now, I wasn't either. But then again, I wasn't really shocked, to be honest. So yeah. But Lamar Jackson won his second MVP by not having no he was he was outside the top 10 of passing yards. And I believe passing touchdowns too. Yeah, he was top 10 outside of all of those things, man, when he won MVP, right? But yeah, people wants to bring it about, well, he had a better win-loss record than Josh Allen, and he had less turnovers. Okay, agreed. But the man was not top 10 in anything. The only reason why the Ravens only won those games is because, well, they had the number 1 ranked defense throughout the entire year. So, come on now. Like, come on now. Like, what are we doing here? Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Like, what? Like, come on, man. Like, we can't make this up. We cannot make this up. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, so Lamar was not near anything for that MVP that he won, right? And yet we tried to sit here and say Allen had better stats, Dak had better stats, Jordan Love to a degree had better stats, and even Brock Purdy had better stats. Tyreek Hill and Christian McCaffrey should have won MVP over 2023 Lamar Jackson. Okay? But the thing is that Lamar beat the hell out of Brock Purdy on Christmas night in St. Clair. And Dak just fell. Dak just fell off a cliff, with the remainder of the games after when he played us. Like, after when we smacked them 31-10, bro, the Cowboys were not the same afterwards. Okay? They were not the same. So yeah. And the Dolphins, I mean, we all know what happened with the Dolphins, all right? They had a lead in the division and they blew it in the end, okay? Which wasn't Tyreek Hill's fault. It was his damn quarterback's fault. But, it is what it is. And also, who else? Jordan Love. Uh, Jordan Love had the what was he? The number 7 seed that year? Yeah, he was number 7 seed that year. So that's what happened with that. But he had better stats though. So yeah. And Josh just had too many turnovers. But he had better stats outside the turnovers than Lamar did. So there you go with that. So yeah, Lamar won that MVP because everybody else was just it was so hard to digest who was the MVP even during that season. So like that's what was so hard about 2023 NFL season. It's like we don't know who is the MVP. That's what was so hard for people to pick who was the MVP this year. It was so hard for the NFL to pick who was the MVP that year. So it is what it is, man. So like, he won MVP that year. Okay. Now we get to 2024. And it's so funny, right, that a year can change people. It's so funny that a year could flip just like that, where now Josh Allen is the one that has less stats than Lamar Jackson did in 2024. Okay? Lamar Jackson in 2024 had his best statistical season in his career. Way better than his first MVP and way much better than his second MVP season, okay? His best season since 2019 when he won his first MVP. Josh Allen, it wasn't glorifying stats, but he did okay, for the most part. He did okay for the most part, and he was setting records too. He was breaking records as well in 2024. And he carried the Buffalo Bills on his back without no true number one wide receiver. It was Josh Allen's first year without Stephon Diggs as his number one wide receiver since 2019. Okay. And so outside of Shakir and James Cook, Josh Allen didn't really have a lot of, goons out there, he had a rookie Keon Coleman, second year Dalton Kincaid, a very talented offensive line, had the fewest sacks in the league. And the defense was just not up to par like it was the last couple years, because it was the first season. We didn't have either Micah Hyde or, Jordan Porter, on this in the secondary. And no Tre'Davious White as well. Okay. And so, like, we had a revamped defense, bro, throughout 2024. Okay. We had no secondary. Okay. The only guy we really had was only like, Teron Johnson and Christian Benford and Terrell Bernard. And Matt Milano, then came back until late in the year. So there you go with that. Ed was still solid, and Rousseau had an amazing year as well. So like, outside of those guys, the defense wasn't really all that. Which is why we had to drive an overhaul for defensive players in the NFL draft. So yeah. Hopefully the defense is actually improve this upcoming year, because that's the one thing I will be seeing. And I want to see, this defense, especially the secondary, because that secondary was abysmal last year. It was hard to watch. Josh Allen won MVP by having second team All-Pro. Lamar was first team All-Pro. Okay? Josh Allen was outside of the passing yards, top 10, just like Lamar was for his MVP year. Okay? But in the logic of Ravens fans and everyone else who's a non-Ravens fan, Josh Allen had the better win-loss record. Now, granted, Lamar did beat Josh Allen in the regular season. Not going to take that away from him. And not just beat him, we blew him out the water. But the logic of the Ravens fans, Lamar Jackson had the better win-loss record and, less turnovers. Well, so did Josh Allen. But Josh Allen did not have first team All-Pro. But he has second team All-Pro. Lamar did. And now we have come to where we're at now, where now Josh Allen has won the MVP. And a lot of goddamn people ain't happy about it. A lot of people has called Josh Allen's MVP or DEI, pity, and even other things. All-time robbery. Well, it's so funny on when the shoe's on the other foot, right, Ravens fans? Because when we said this a season ago, we're just a bunch of sissies. We're just a bunch of goddamn crybabies and stuff. This and this and that. Well, how does it feel to be on the other side of the goddamn football field, huh? When now you're the one bitching and moaning, you're the one goddamn being a bunch of little sissies, and you're the ones being a goddamn this idiot. This is everything, just everything. I mean, like, this thing is beyond me, man. It really is. It really, really is. It's like, it's so funny on how, like I said before, a year can just change just like a snap of my goddamn fingers. Where now you're on the other side of the shoe and you don't like the outcome of your guy not getting something that y'all thought he deserved. Well, let me just tell you something right now. First of all, let's just be literally clear right now, okay? The real MVP of 2024, if you really want to put your finger on it, okay, you really look at it, the eye test would tell you that Joe Burrow was the NFL MVP last year. Then Lamar, then Josh Allen. Now, you guys know how I feel about Joe Burrow. All right, I'm not the biggest Joe Burrow fan. Okay? But the dude had a better season than both Allen and Lamar. And the only reason why he didn't win MVP is because his team lost a lot of games. And they were out the postseason as well. Now, if his team had won more games, if his defense were just to close out so many games and all, and they were just as like, let's say like Joe Burrow had the Eagles defense, right? And they were closing out so many games for him and all, his ass not only would have been MVP, but he would have been unanimous MVP to that degree because of the season that he had. Okay? So Joe Burrow here technically was the MVP last year. So if you want to sit here and say Josh Allen stole an MVP from somebody, well, he stole the MVP from Joe Burrow. But the only reason why you can't say that is because, well, Joe Burrow's team lost a lot of games. He lost a lot of games last year, and he was still putting on those goddamn stats behind that trash-ass offensive line. So that's the guy who should have been first team All-Pro, and that guy should have been MVP as well. So that's what I gotta say about that, okay? So yeah, that's the guy that technically Josh Allen stole the MVP award for. It wasn't no goddamn Lamar Jackson. Okay? And the other thing. This whole race car shit, look. I'm a black man myself, okay? And I understand, I understand it. Okay, the black athletes, we always get the ones, the black people's always gonna is always gonna get shitted on. All right, and I understand that, but do not pull the fucking race card in this goddamn situation, okay? Because it's not a black and white thing, bro. It's a player by player thing, bro. Okay, like first of all, your guy has 2 MVPs. Okay. And the only reason he got those 2 MVPs because in those seasons, every other quarterback had a down year. Okay. 2019, Brady, Rodgers, Mahomes, Wilson all had down years. 2023, Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, got them. Who else? Jalen Hurts, had down years. And guess who won MVP in those 2 separate seasons? Ding, ding, ding. Mr. Number 8 himself from Baltimore. And the one time the man don't win MVP, man, is when the other guy had a better win-loss record. And also to the degree that Saxton guy knocked you out the playoffs not once, but twice. Twice! In the same building, by the way. In the same round. Yeah. Yeah. So that's another reason why Josh Allen won MVP. Because last year, coming into 2024, Josh Allen was called the most overrated quarterback in the NFL. Okay? Josh Allen was supposed to go for a rebuild. We were supposed to not win so many games last year. We weren't even a favorite to win our own division. They had these sorry, disgusting, degenerate Jets fans winning the AFCs. They had these delusional people from South Florida and the Miami Dolphins winning the division over us. They had 2 teams that ain't show nothing of success at all, having them win the AFC East over the team that's been doing it and actually showing, what they're capable of doing, and having tons of success than the other 2 teams have. Especially the team in Gang Green in New Jersey, But they got Aaron Rodgers, man. And how that turned out. How that turned out for y'all. Because I predicted it right. Matter of fact, I wasn't in on one. Everyone predicted it right. Aaron Rodgers ain't gonna stay there. Aaron Rodgers is gonna ruin that shit, bro. Because he's a cancer. That's what he does. Okay? Only to find out that the Jets are just as more cancer than he is. So it works both ways. Okay? Like Josh Allen is gonna get exposed without Stephon Diggs, And look what happened. Look what happened. We won a division again. We made the playoffs again. Okay. Got to the AFC Conference Championship game. Didn't win it, but it was still good enough season for us to sit here and say that, no matter what, as long as we have number 17 at the helm, bro, we're always going to be in contention for the Super Bowl. Okay? Like, Josh Allen didn't have no goddamn Derrick Henry by his side. He didn't have no goddamn 6-foot goddamn monster goddamn running back created in Madden as his running back. Then that dude in Baltimore did. I bet you 100% Josh Allen would love to have goddamn Derrick Henry on his goddamn team. I sure as no I would. The hell? Like, man, please. Like, please, man. Like, please. Like, we're just gonna sit here and act like Josh Allen didn't deserve no MVP. Didn't deserve no MVP. Like they're saying that his MVP is just as bad as Joel Embiid's. Like, get out of here, bro. Get out of here. And it was time for that man to win MVP too. Like, get out of here. Like, Joel Embiid can't even get out the second round. At least Josh Allen can. The fuck? So, like, man, we gotta stop this bullshit, bro, okay? Alright, like, just stop, bro. It's not race by race, okay? It's player by player, okay? And also, speaking on the whole races, I don't appreciate the racist shit on it from either fan base. Alright, I definitely don't appreciate from my fan base and all this whole racist shit you're doing to Lamar, because at the end of the day, look, man, I do not hate Lamar. Okay, I love me some Lamar Jackson. If there was any other quarterback outside Josh Allen that I would love to see host the Lombardi, bro, it will be Lamar Jackson. Okay, it will be Lamar Jackson because the man deserves it. The man deserves a ring. Okay, whether if you're a fan of him, whether if you're a hater of him, all right? You cannot tell me this dude in number 8 does not deserve no ring. After the shit he went through to get here and all. You know, the man was called a wide receiver, running back. He can't throw a ball and all. And look at him now. Look at him now. I knew Lamar Jackson was going to be great since day one. I knew it. Same thing with my guy in number 17. I knew Josh Allen was going to be great too. Those two quarterbacks were the only two quarterbacks that I wanted the Buffalo Bills to draft. Okay, was Lamar or Allen, and we took Allen, and I was perfectly fine with that. And then the Ravens got Lamar, and the way how I look at it, man, it was two of them were just the perfect picks for both teams, for both organizations. You know, Lamar for the Ravens, the Bills for Allen. They were just the perfect fits for both teams. And I cannot, and I excuse me, and I can say that I'm proud to seeing how both of these guys are killing it in the league, because these are my two favorites. These are my two favorites to watch. Okay, it goes Allen, Lamar, Mahomes, and whoever else. It could be Jalen McDaniels. Jalen McDaniels is making a case. All right. So yeah. It goes like that, man. All right. So yeah. So all I'm saying is that the man Lamar deserves a ring. Okay. If there was any other quarterback outside Josh Allen that I would love to see in the ring, then Josh, it would be Lamar Jackson. Okay. But his goddamn fan base makes it so hard to like him. And you could say the same thing about our fan base too when it comes to Ravens liking Josh Allen. They don't really hate Josh Allen. They can't stand us. It's like we can't stand them. This is how it is, man. Okay? And I don't appreciate the racist shit from either side, by the way. Okay? Now, I'm going to say it was Bills fans. I will say that. It was Bills fans. Okay? Not the Bills fans that I usually talk to, but the other Bills fans that I don't engage with. Okay? You know who you are. Okay? I don't like that shit. All right? That shit pisses me the fuck off to see that this racist shit, okay, towards Lamar. Because at that point, I'm not a Bills fan. I'm not a football fan. Okay? I'm a goddamn black person. Okay? The fuck? Defending one of my own. All right? Like, no, that shit, no. Shit is not fucking cool, bro, okay? Like, look, we're here to talk football. We're not here to make some racial slurs or some racist bullshit. Okay? No, we don't do that shit. Okay? Like, because we can joke around all we want, people, but they say, man, it's all fun and games until somebody gets hurt. And that is a prime example of that. So cut the bullshit out. Okay? Ravens fans. in the Bills fans. Okay, I just had to get that out there. Okay, because I've been seeing that throughout the whole entire even before the Ravens and Bills game in the playoffs, bro. I've been seeing that everywhere, bro. Okay, and that shit just pisses me off, bro. It's like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? The fuck are you doing? All right, it's already bad enough. We had a Bills fan just year ago or so think that he could say fucking nigga and shit on Martin Luther fucking King Day. Like, what the fuck? I have the fucking goddamn screen record on my phone to this day. Hell, you guys could go on my fucking Twitter page to go see that shit. If you want to. Shit pisses me the fuck off that fucking thing. Are you fucking kidding me? You gonna say that shit on fucking days? On the fucking the day, on the day, on the holiday of the dude that made the I Have a Dream speech. Are you fucking kidding me? The fuck is wrong with y'all? Shit. Fucking can't stand racism, bro. I hate talking about this shit, bro. I really do. All right. There's some things that will make me mad, but that shit pisses me the fuck off more than anything. Because I can't stand racism. I can't stand ignorance, bro. I just can't, bro. I just can't, bro. That shit pisses me the fuck off, bro. Like, I can like talk about that shit for days, bro. Like, I can make a whole fucking rant about it if I wanted to. But then I have a fucking sports channel. I'll have a fucking rant channel about the bullshit that I see daily outside of sports. You know? I mean, like, what the fuck? But back to sports, okay? Bills and Ravens. Now, look. This game, we could very well lose this game, okay? And I'm not going to get mad because, well, obviously, this game will mean more to the Ravens more than us because, well, you got to think about it. They're looking for some revenge against us because, we knocked them out the playoffs, just like, we're looking for revenge against the Chiefs like we do every year, because, they keep knocking us off the playoffs. For the Ravens case, they're kind of like us, we're kind of the Kansas City Chiefs to their Buffalo Bills. Okay. That's the way I see it, you know? So like the way how I see it, man. I mean, this game means more to the Ravens more than the Buffalo Bills because the Ravens schedule, I mean, like it gets hard after us because they got the Lions, they got the Chiefs. I think they got do they hold on, let me check. Um they got a tough schedule, bro, after us, bro. They really do. Because it's like, okay, if goddamn Baltimore loses, right, against the Bills week 1, it doesn't get no better than that. It really doesn't. So, like, if I'm the Ravens, bro, I'm looking at this game like, I mean, yeah, we can lose. Don't get me wrong. But I want to win. You know? Okay, I got it. So they got the Browns division rival. Never easy because you say what you want about Cleveland, but it's never easy in that division. Lions, Chiefs, Texans. I mean, they always beat the Texans, but it is what it is. And the Rams. So like, they got a hard ass fucking schedule right after the fucking Bills, bro. Okay, so I mean, like, if you're looking, if you a Ravens fan, right? I mean, like, you looking at week 1, like, it's like, man, we just gotta fucking got to just hurry up and get out of Buffalo, bro. That's all this is. Same thing with us. We're just trying to hurry up and get rid of, just trying to hurry up and just you know get past Baltimore and then moving on to the next one. You know. So yeah, man. I mean, like, the game means more to them, and it means more to them. So yeah, but it could go either way, man. So like, if the Bills win, and it's like, okay, we beat the Ravens, But if we lose, then it's like, okay, I'm not gonna get too mad, but then people gonna say, oh, we're frauds. You got an easy schedule now coming up because, now everybody's gonna think that, you're real contenders now. But even though the guards, the Ravens beat y'all in y'all place and all this and this and that and all, it's like, it's gonna be a lot of backlash for either team. Ravens lose, backlash, Bills lose, their backlash. So I'm like, and I'm gonna be like, look, it is week fucking 1. Okay, it is week 1. It's one game, bro. It's one game. Like, what, one game defines the whole goddamn season for a goddamn Super Bowl, for both Super Bowl contenders? We'll see the Ravens again. They'll likely see us again. Who gives a fuck? It's week 1. Like, get over it, bro. The season ain't over yet. And also, look, week 1. Look, let me tell you something, man. You already know. Look, let me just tell you something. I do not give a fuck about the beginning of the season. I don't know why people really think that whole beginning of the season matters to them. Especially, okay, it will matter if your team is just completely ass. Okay, it will matter to you. But if you're a Super Bowl contender like my team is, year in and year out, you don't give a fuck about no goddamn the beginning of the season. You don't care about that. You don't care. Like, who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? The games that matter are late November and December. That will determine if you're a contender or pretender. Okay? So, like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing here? Like, what are we doing here, bro? It's week 1. Who cares? Week 1 is just basically another week of the preseason. If you want to fucking got to keep it a buck with you. If I want to keep it a buck with you all, week 1 is just another week of the preseason, man. That's how I look at it, bro. That's how I really look at it, bro. Like, get out of here, bro. Like, get out of here. So, yeah, I mean, week 1, it's just another preseason to me, at least. So, it's like, it is what it is. So, like, look, if we win, yippee, we lose, all right, moving on to the Jets, Like, who gives a fuck? Like, we could lose this game. The Ravens ain't the fucking goddamn the Titans or something. You would have thought the Bills were lost to a trash team like the goddamn Titans or something, bro. No, it's the Ravens. The fuck? They beat us in the regular season last year. All right, this game is about them more than it is about us. They are the ones looking for revenge, not us. Only time we're looking for revenge is those fuckers in Arrowhead. That's it. Oh fuck, and that team in fucking black and orange, fucking Bengals. God, can't wait to fucking talk about them. Shit, because there's a lot of shit I gotta say about them, and those pigeons from Philly, because they just rule. But anyways, the Bills is gonna win this game. Okay, it won't be easy, but the Bills will win this game. Okay, we will beat the Ravens. Okay, we will beat the Ravens on Sunday Night Football because, well, I forgot to bring this out, but the Bills at home on Sunday Night Football in the Josh Allen era, okay, has never lost a home game. The closest we got to losing a home game was the New York Giants. All right, 2 years ago. Okay, so there goes that. All right, so that was the closest name we got to a Sunday night L at home was against the Giants. So there you go. All right. But Bills, they beat the Ravens by a nail biter, probably a game-winning field goal. And the defense should be improved. Hopefully, this whole new ramp defense should be able to contain Lamar, but it is Lamar, it won't be easy. So yeah, there's that. So that's week 1. So we opened the season off 1-0 against the Ravens. Okay, moving on, the Jets. I mean, like, dude. I mean, like, I don't. I don't know, man. The Jets, dude. I'm not about to waste my breath, bro. This is a fucking win, bro. I mean, like, I don't have time, bro. I just went off the Ravens. This guy, I talk about the Ravens and all because they're a team that matters. Okay, they're a playoff team that I'm gonna see, in the playoffs, and whether that's in Buffalo or that's in Baltimore. The Jets, get out of here, bro. No, Justin Fields is not gonna come save you. Okay, telling you that right now, you idiotic Jets fans. Get on Kid could tell you that right about now. Okay, if you're still in here, get on Kid. Tell these degenerate, delusional Jets fans about Justin Fields. Okay, like get out of here, bro. Nobody think about no goddamn Justin Fields, bro. Okay, he is trash. Okay, he's a running back. Or you want to talk about somebody who's really a running back? There's your guy. That's your guy right there. And whatever his number is, and that trash ass uniform they got in the Jets. All right. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, Aaron Glenn ain't gonna come save you, okay? Like, the Jets, you guys are just the Jets, bro. You're the Jets. The fuck? There's nothing I gotta say about y'all, bro. Okay? You're a joke. All right? JTSS, suck. All right? Like, get out of here, bro. Fuck the Jets. I ain't about to raise my breath against y'all. Okay? So, yeah, 2-0. Another team that I don't feel like raise my breath against. The Dolphins. I mean, 3-0. I mean, bro, I'm not wasting my breath on teams that can't beat me. Like, get out of here, bro. Like, the Dolphins. First of all, I don't know why, but Dolphins fans, I mean, like, look, how many times we gotta do this dance? This sing on dance, bro. I mean, how many times do we have to do this sing on dance? I mean, like, it's just like, what's more to say? Like, Josh Allen owns y'all. He owns y'all. He owns you. He owns you, bro. He's 2-12, and he will be 14. Did I say 2-12? I said 2-12. Okay. Yeah, 2-12. He's 2-12 against y'all. Okay. And he'll be 14-2 against y'all once the year's ended. Okay. So, like, Daddy is gonna beat y'all little ass once again, like he does every other year. This is nothing new. Okay. You're gonna take this one last ass whooping in the Ralph Stadium, by the way. Yeah, this is your last. Like, think about this real quick. The Miami Dolphins about to get their ass whooped in the last game in the Ralph Stadium, bro, and it's gonna be so bad on Thursday Night Football. You thought what we did to them in the Miami Gardens was so bad. Wait until we played them in Buffalo on Thursday Night Football. You're gonna see how really bad it really gets. Okay. And also, Josh Allen doesn't lose on Thursday nights, by the way. Okay. So let's just get that out of the way. Okay. Josh Allen does not lose on Thursday nights. Okay, he just doesn't. Or just lose on just Thursdays. Okay, he just doesn't. He's Mr. Thursday. He's Mr. Thursday himself. Okay? So, like, the Dolphins, y'all about to get your asses whooped in the final game y'all play in the Ralph Stadium before we whoop y'all ass in our next, you know, before, we whoop y'all ass in our brand new house across the goddamn street. Okay? So you're gonna take this one ass whooping in our old crib, and then we're gonna continue to whoop your ass in our brand new crib from across the goddamn street. All right? Like, take this ass whooping, and we'll see y'all in our new building. Okay? Like, no. Like, Dolphins, no. You're not going nowhere. Okay? You're done, Miami. I said it few years back. I said it 2 years ago. The Miami Dolphins will fall off a cliff. Okay? Y'all gonna fall. You're gonna fall flat on your faces, bro. You're gonna show your true colors and all right? You're gonna go right into a total rebuild. Okay? These idiots traded Jalen Ramsey to only get Micah Fitzpatrick, the same guy that didn't want to fucking be there. So you traded the dude years ago to Pittsburgh to only get him back years later to trade away that a corpse of a cornerback that you thought that was going to do something. I tried to tell y'all Jalen Ramsey wasn't going to do nothing. Y'all idiots added Jalen Ramsey only to now know the fact that that Josh Allen owned him since his rookie year. Where that was in Jacksonville, that was in the Rams or the Dolphins. He owns Jalen Ramsey. I don't know what else to say to y'all. He owns Jalen Ramsey. So, like, come on, man. Look, what are we doing here? What are we doing here, okay? Like, ain't nobody afraid on goddamn Micah Fitzpatrick, okay? Like, man, get out of here, bro, okay? Like, you're done. You're done, Miami. It's rebuild year, okay? Tyreek Hill wants out of there, okay? Like, come on, Bren. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here, bro? Wasting my goddamn breath, bro. I mean, like, the Dolphins were Super Bowl contenders 2 years ago, and now they're competing for third place with the Jets. Because the New England Patriots just surpassed the Miami Dolphins. Yeah, the New England Patriots are the second best team in the AFC East. It's no longer the Dolphins. It's no longer the Dolphins. The Dolphins are either the third or fourth team in the East because they're competing with the Jets. Imagine being called a Super Bowl contender just a few seasons ago, and now you're the third best team in your own division. I mean, like, that is some hilarious shit to me, man. That is some hilarious shit to me, y'all. I mean, man, I ain't got time, bro, with these Dolphins fans or Jets fans, bro. All right, they're nothing to me. They're nothing to me. All right. The Saints. The Saints are tanking, man. So I have nothing to say, man. Look, let me say something right now, okay? I fuck with Saints Nation. I've been fucking with these dudes since the days of Drew Brees. Okay? The very first Super Bowl I watched was the Saints and the Colts. Okay? Was the Saints and the Colts. And I think I picked the Colts to win that Super Bowl. See, I was so new to it at the time because I was so little. So I didn't know the teams and all, but I just liked the Colts because I like the Peyton Manning. I'm a big Peyton Manning fan. Okay, always have, always will be. He's my favorite QB of all time. Josh Allen will probably overtake him sooner than later. So that would actually hurt me, but hey, it's a quarterback that played on my team, so it is what it is. But the Saints, the Saints though, when I saw the Saints, man, I mean, I kind of fuck with them too. I'm not gonna lie, I liked the gear, I liked their jerseys. I mean, their jerseys were, to this day, I still think the Saints have one of the best jerseys in the league, bro. So like, it is what it is. And Drew Brees is obviously one of my favorite quarterbacks growing up as well. So yeah, I mean, Drew Brees, I mean, he was that dude, and I still think he's still that dude, okay? So yeah, ever since then, I always liked the Saints, and also I always wanted to go to New Orleans. Okay, I've been hearing New Orleans, they got some good food down there and all. And they're a party city, I want to go to Ballin Street, I want the total experience and all, okay? New Orleans is the one city, actually no, it's the number one city I want to go to more than anywhere else in this goddamn country, okay? That is the number one city, bro, okay? Their fans, how they go crazy for their fans, man. I mean, they remind me of Bills Mafia, okay? They really, really do. Saints fans remind me of us, man. Except they're not as crazy as us, but they're loyal as fuck. Okay? So, like, I mean, it is Saints pride. It's LSU pride. They're not really too Pelicans pride, but there might be some Pelicans fans there and there and there. You know, the Pelicans just gotta win. That's the only thing. They just gotta win. Okay, so it is what it is. But all I know is a Saints town and a LSU town. Okay, so yeah, New Orleans. It's a team that not team. It's a city I want to go to, man. Yeah, and I just fuck with the Saints, man. Who that nation, bro? I really do. But oh boy, it's gonna pay me to see. It's gonna pay me to watch Sean run up the goddamn score against y'all. I'll tell you that for much. Y'all should have got Shadir Sanders, man. Y'all should have got Shadir Sanders, bro. I don't know how y'all didn't get him, but the goddamn Browns did. That was the team that should have got Sanders, bro. Was the Saints, because it is a black culture town, by the way. So I'm really disappointed in the Saints for that. For not getting Shadir Sanders, because if you guys would have had him, you won't be taking next year. You won't be taking this year. But I understand y'all want Archie's little grandson and Arch Manning, who's probably going to be a generational talent, who is probably, maybe he might be good as his uncles, Eli and Peyton. That is a Cooper Manning son, and the one that is a chef, who used to play football too, by the way. So yeah, that's Cooper's son, Arch. The kid's pretty nice though. The kid's pretty nice. So that I will say. So yeah, so they might be tanking for Arch Manning. I don't know. But all I know is that the Saints, when they come to Buffalo, bro, we're gonna have some talks. We're gonna have some great conversations, and then after all that, we're gonna kick your ass. So sorry to say that. Okay, but it is what it is. All right. Would have been better, you guys, if Derek Carr didn't, wussy his way out and retired. But hey, I digress. Because oh boy, that I couldn't rock with the Saints after that. After they signing Derek Carr to that contract, bro, I could not look them in the eye, bro, no more. Because it was so hard to just rock with them, because it's like Derek Carr, really. I didn't want Derek Carr to go ruin the Saints. I wanted him to go ruin the goddamn Jets. But Aaron Rodgers did that for me. So it is what it is. So yeah. So sorry, Saints Nation, but you're getting your ass kicked on week 4. All right. These Patriots Sunday Night Football. Sunday Night Football. That will be the day that the Bills will debut the rivalry jerseys. Okay, if you guys haven't seen the rivalry jerseys, we have the best rivalry jerseys in the league. Okay? Way better than the 49ers, way better than the Patriots, way better than all those teams that got announced. We have the best rivalry jerseys in the goddamn league. Okay, I don't care what anyone says. Okay, do you see how icy cold those look, bro? You see how icy cold those look, man? Come on, man. Come on, man. The Patriots rivalry jersey ain't no slouch either, bro. But we all know who the worst ones is. The worst ones is the Jets. The Jets don't know how to make anything look good, You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But yes, this will be the night that the Bills will wear their rivalry jerseys. And I can't wait to see it. The Patriots. I've been hearing talks about the Patriots are, possibly a dark horse team. And I don't really mind that at all. But pump up the brakes, bro. You guys gotta pump up the brakes, bro, with this whole Drake May hype, okay? I'm sorry. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it with this guy. I don't see it. I think the dude, and I know someone's gonna clip me for this, but I don't give a fuck. I think the dude is talented, but dude The dude is basically Mac Jones with reels, okay? That's who Drake May really is. He is Mac Jones with reels, okay? Both wear the exact same number jersey, okay? Both, are just supposed to be the next Tom Brady, you know? Like, get out of here, bro. Like, get out of here, bro. I mean, the man is a talented version of Mac Jones, okay? Like, that's who he is, okay? That's who he is. I'm not a believer in him. I'm not a believer in him. Okay, I don't believe in this whole Drake May bullshit. I'm sorry, I don't. Okay, you can call me a hater because, well, he plays for your division rival. Well, yeah, he does. The fuck, but the dude is not. No, I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. I mean, man has a high ceiling, but I don't. No, 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 no. Y'all saying that he's Josh Allen 2.0 all of a sudden. Like, can we stop this? Can we stop this? Okay, I've been hearing Josh Allen 2.0 for like the last couple years. Trey Lance, Zach Wilson, who else? Who else was a Josh Allen 2.0? Okay, Caleb Williams, you know, Anthony Richardson, you know, and now Drake May. Like, stop the cap. Stop. Just stop the cap. Okay? None of them is no goddamn Josh Allen 2.0. Okay, none of them is the next Josh Allen. There's only one Josh Allen, and his ass is number 17 in Buffalo. Okay? Stop this. Just stop it. Just stop. Sick of this shit. This whole Drake May hype bullshit. I'm sick of it. but the Patriots have improved. They have improved on offense, and the defense is always going to be stingy. Okay? I know the hoodie ain't there no more, but they did get his former player in Mike Vrabel. Okay? So that kind of will concern some Bills fans. Okay? That should concern us a little bit. Okay? But I did tell y'all. Didn't I tell you that they were gonna fire that goddamn black man, Jamar Mayo? I told you he wasn't gonna last. Told you he was gonna last. I mean, but what else is new from Boston? Goddamn old Boston and shit. You know what I'm saying, bro? Ain't nothing new. Ain't nothing new with those goddamn people from Massachusetts, bro. They don't change. They don't change. That's why I can't stand them. You know what I'm saying? But yes, Mike Vrabel should scare shitless for us Bills fans. Okay, all right, because I'm not saying that he has Josh Allen's number, but when he was in Tennessee, he did have some freckles, some not freckles, some tendencies of making Josh Allen frustrated. Okay, that I will say. Okay. So Mike Vrabel, he's a good coach. I wish we had him as our defensive coordinator. You know, so yeah, he knows what he's doing. Okay, and he's built a team around Drake May. I mean, these idiots decided to go get our sloppy seconds and Stephon Diggs. Not only Stephon Diggs, won it out of Buffalo and went to Houston, but he's also you know, parts way with Houston and go with the ops and New England. The ops of all ops. The ops. The Patriots. I thought this dude was gonna go to the Chiefs for a minute. No, but it turns out he went to the biggest ops of the history of our franchise. Okay, in the New England Patriots. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn fucking Stephon Diggs ain't the same, by the way. He ain't the same. He's too busy, with Cardi B. And I heard that relationship fell apart. You know, But I am not a guy who will be talking about that because it's none of my goddamn business. Okay? But yeah, Stephon Diggs is more concerned about being on boats than in practice. Okay? So like, I mean, like, what are we doing here? Okay? Stephon Diggs, the way how I look at it, man, honestly, that contract is for 1 year, bro. Okay? That contract is for 1 year. Stephon Diggs ain't staying there for 3 years, man. He ain't staying there for 3 years. I mean, that is a 1 year contract, bro. So, like, when we get to March, bro, and he's cut by the Patriots, bro, it won't shock me, bro, that he will go somewhere else or just say, I'm just hanging him up, bro, because he's damn sure ain't coming back here. Okay? He damn sure ain't coming back here in Buffalo. That's not happening because he's going to bitch at Drake May, okay, and complain to him to give me the goddamn ball because, Stephon Diggs, you are the number one wide receiver on the team. So, and that's what you wanted, and you got your wish with New England. You are the number one wide receiver on the goddamn team. And you're going to bitch and moan that you want more targets and shit, just like you did in Minnesota and just like you did with us. Okay? So, like, man, I mean, ain't nobody thinking about Stephon Diggs, okay? And this is his return to Buffalo, by the way. This is his return to Buffalo, okay? He hasn't been in Buffalo since he dropped the pass against the Kansas City Chiefs in the divisional round. Yeah, that was the last time we saw Stephon Diggs. Was when he had the ball in his hands and it was time to make a big play, and he procedurally dropped it in his hands. Okay, so there you go. So you're gonna drop the balls in your hands again, just like you did with us with Drake May when the game is online, on Sunday Night Football in those rivalry jerseys. Oh man, oh man. Oh man, oh man. Man. Look, the Patriots might be improved, but look, I hate these idiots more than anybody, bro, okay? Y'all thinking it's the Chiefs and all. No. It's always gonna be the Patriots, bro. They traumatize us Bills fans for years. Okay? And that will never go away. It's not over until I say it's over with the New England, okay? It's not over. It's not over yet with them. But we will beat them on Sunday Night Football, okay? At home. It's kind of weird that we'll have Sunday Night Football, 4 weeks after opening up Sunday Night Football against the Ravens. That's kind of funny how that works. But whatever. So yeah, we will beat the Patriots, and that will put us at 5-0 to open up to kick off the season off. Yeah, to kick off the season for us. So yeah, 5-0, and we beat the Patriots, and that will put us 3-0 against the division too. So yeah, we're already ahead of already wrapping up the AFC East. So yeah, we'll probably wrap up the AFC East probably by week 10. So it is what it is. Monday Night Football against the Atlanta Falcons. Now, after going 5-0 and beating the teams you're supposed to beat and beating the Ravens on week 1, this is a game on the road, and this is Monday Night Football, right? And Atlanta is going to be turned up. It's going to be turned up. Now, I have made fun of the Falcons over the years, rightfully so, because these idiots were up 25 points in the Super Bowl, and they blew it. And it's so funny that we play the Patriots a week before we play them. Ain't that kind of funny that we play two of the teams that were in that Super Bowl when the Patriots came back from 28-3 in a 1 week span? That's kind of funny. And we played them on both primetime games, one at home and one on the road. That's kind of funny when you really think about it. It's really funny. It's really funny. But I digress. Look, I don't know who the quarterback is. Is it Kirk Cousins? Or is it that Micah Pace Jr. dude? I don't know who the quarterback is. I do not know who the quarterback is. But whoever it is, man, it is what it is. Now, this might be a hot take what I'm about to do. And it might, shock some Bills fans. But I think with us going 5-0 and all that and all this other stuff, bro. I mean, I think this is where we kind of get off the pedal. Like we don't really, really engaged in that pedal that much, And this is where we trip up here and we take our first L of the year. This is where we take our first L. And it pains me to say this because, it really pains me to say that we'll take our first L against a team that blew a 25-point lead in the Super Bowl. Because I make fun of them every year for it. Okay? Because it's funny. It's funny to me, that, we celebrate every March 28th on the Atlanta Falcons for blowing a 25-point lead, in a Super Bowl. Tom Brady made that a national holiday. So shout out to Tom Brady. Okay? Shout out to the GOAT. I mean, like, it pains me to say, but we might lose to the Falcons on Monday Night Football. Now, it will be a bullshit loss because, there's the reason why I picked the Falcons. Because there's always a bullshit loss we have that we shouldn't be able to fucking lose to. Last year was the Texans, right? The year before that was the Broncos and the Patriots and the Jets. Well, actually, no, that Jets game never happened. That's out of everybody's memory. Okay, that Jets game to open up the season 2023. That game never happened. It didn't. It never happened. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is do the Men in Black Flash plan and just erase that from our memories. All right, because I have no memory of that game whatsoever. Okay, I don't remember Josh Allen throwing 3 picks. I don't remember us losing to a punt return kick. You know what I'm saying? To a guy on the practice squad. I don't remember that. I don't remember us losing to Zach fucking Wilson again. I don't remember all that. I don't remember all that. Okay? So here's what it is. But yeah, so there's always some bullshit game that the Bills have no business of losing, and they just, I don't know, man. It's always these weird games where we're always in. The Jacksonville game 6-9. You know what I'm saying? 6-9 or 6-9 in a traditional position. Okay, so all you got them gooners out there. All right, you know who you are. And et cetera, okay? So yeah, there's always these bullshit losses that the Buffalo Bills have, okay? And the Bills are capable of beating the Falcons. Like, the Bills should be able to beat the Falcons, okay? Because, it's the Falcons, they're not that good. But yes, so the Bills, it's a team that the Bills should beat. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. It's a team that the Bills should beat, but yet something always happens, and we end up losing. And some dramatic faction. Okay, like, how the hell did we lose to that team? And then, weeks go by, and then they look like, and that team looks like one of the worst teams in the league, and this and this and that, and then every single Bills fan. It's like, how in the world did we lose to that team? Happens every year. So yeah. But 5-1 before the bye is not bad. I mean, 4-2 won't be bad too if we lose to the Ravens as well. So it's not that bad. So yeah, it won't be that bad. Okay, so it's like 5-1 before the bye. It's not bad. We could go 6-0 before the bye. We could beat the Falcons. It won't shock me we beat the Falcons, but it is what it is. But it will be surprising if we lose to the Falcons, though. If we lose week 1, it won't be surprising. It won't be surprising. But week 6, it will be surprising. Okay, so yeah. But going either 6-0, 5-1, or 4-2 and all, it's a perfect way to start off the 2025 season before going into bye. So yeah, so 5-1, it is what it is. So yeah. The early bye week. So yeah. The Panthers. Okay? So yeah, we come off the bye week against the Panthers. Win. The Panthers are. See, this will be the game. If we lose to the Panthers, this is where I will probably lose it. I will lose it because we played the Chiefs a week before, and it's so funny because the Bills look so past against the Panthers, bro. Knowing that who they got the next week, knowing that who they got the next week, it will be typical Buffalo Bills fashion. But as the record stated before, the Buffalo Bills don't lose after a bye week. We don't lose. We're undefeated after we come off a bye. And the Sean McDermott, ever since Sean McDermott has been the head coach of this team, we have never lost after the bye week. We've never lost. Okay? But if we come out the bye week and lose to Sean McDermott's former squad in North Carolina, okay? A week before we go against our arch nemesis in the Kansas City Chiefs, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it because there's no way in hell we should be able to lose to whoever the Falcons quarterback is, and then we come out the bye week and we lose to little Bryce Young, who's just no better than Tua, who's Tua 2.0. Get out of here, bro. The Panthers are not good, bro. Panthers are not good, bro. At all. At all. I'm not no believer in no Bryce Young. I'm not no believer in Bryce Young. Like, get out of here, bro. We burnt. Oh my God, bro. But yes, the Bills will win this game though. After losing to the Falcons and then going into the bye week, obviously you're gonna see a piss off Bills team coming out the bye week, and then we're gonna wreck the Panthers and Charlotte. Okay, but if we lose a week before the Chiefs though, then oh boy, here we go. All right, so yeah. That is what 6-1, 6-1. Yes, so that's 6-1. All right. To our arch nemesis, Week 9, the Kansas City Chiefs, Allen versus Mahomes, Chapter 10. Oh boy, here we go. Look, I get excited for Chiefs and Bills every year, bro. Okay. Whether that's the regular season or the playoffs, bro. Chiefs and Bills is must-see TV. Allen and Mahomes is must-see TV. It is the best. Let's say it again. It is the best QB rivalry since Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. We haven't had a QB rivalry since then. Okay? And these two are taking the torch for it. Okay? Now, granted, Josh Allen does not have the playoff win against Mahomes just yet, but he will eventually get over the hump. This could be the season that we could do it, But he does have the MVP at least, only one less than Mahomes. Does not have a ring yet, So yeah. Look, this is a game we could lose as well. Because, it is Mahomes and it's the Chiefs. This is not a slouch. They're not a slouch. This game could go either way. Okay, it's either, look, between Mahomes and Josh Allen, it's who has the ball last. Who's going to make the heroic play at the end of the game? Is it going to be the magician of Mahomes, or is it going to be Josh Allen just making something out of nothing? You know, obviously, it's both of them going to put the capes on. Obviously, Allen Mahomes, because it's Superman against Superman. So yeah, we always beat them in the regular season, bro. We always beat them in the regular season. But we can't never get them in the postseason. I mean, it is hard to beat a team twice, low key. I mean, just like in the division. I mean, it's so hard to beat a division rival twice. Okay, and it's so hard to beat the exact same team twice that you already played on your schedule in the postseason. It's hard. It's hard. So it is what it is with that. I mean, the Chiefs offense. I mean, they don't got a lot of goons. I mean, Travis Kelce is old. He just got engaged with Taylor Swift. Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm so shocked. Please, and Xavier Worthy. I mean, eh. He's okay. Rasheed Rice is doing some speeding shit, on the goddamn highway and shit, almost costing innocent people's lives, And I mean, there's a lot of shit with Chiefs, offense, in the whole organization as well, But but I mean. I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know how the offense of the Chiefs is going to look. I mean, they haven't looked like a powerful offense since when Mahomes won last MVP, in 2022. So that's like the last time the Kansas City Chiefs really had like a constructive offense, I will say. You know what I'm saying? But after that, man, they just became a defensive team, bro. You know? I mean, the defense is still the best in the league. But, I think after I mean, look, only Josh Allen is Josh Allen's the only quarterback in the National Football League that could really pick apart this whole Kansas City Chiefs defense. He's the only one. If you want to say Joe Burrow, then fine, whatever. But Josh Allen is the only one that you can really say that you could really trust against the Chiefs defense because he doesn't really make that much mistakes against the Chiefs. Okay, he just doesn't. Okay, like he understands what Spags is gonna bring to him. Okay, so like he's really not shocked by whatever Spaz does and all. Maybe on that 4 for 5 he was. The final play the final play of on our drive that we saw last time we saw Josh Allen on the football field and all. So that was the only thing that was surprising and all. But hey, that was a good defensive play call. You have to give credit where credit's due, which our defense of coordinator could do that, which we could do something like that on defense by our coordinator, but whatever, and et cetera, et cetera. You know, um, yeah. So Allen's the only one you can really trust against Bad's defense. Honestly, you could say Joe Burrow or whoever else. I don't know about Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts got a super team, so that doesn't really count. Okay, I mean, yeah, you could say Joe Burrow because he got Jamar Chase and T Higgins, but they're not really a super team though. So it is what it is with that. Um, um, you can let's see. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, sorry. Um, yeah. So, yeah, man. I mean, we can. Yeah, Allen. Only one. is the only one you can really trust against Pats defense. Okay, only quarterback you can really trust. Okay, so yeah, everyone else is whatever. So they're really a defensive team. That's what really people are really concerned about when it comes against the Kansas City Chiefs. It really hasn't been the offense. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you still fear Mahomes because Mahomes is Mahomes. But Travis Kelce ain't been the same, and God knows when. Ever since he's been with Taylor Swift, the man hasn't been that guy as of late, okay? So there you go with that. But in games like this, though, for the Kansas City Chiefs, though, they always show up because they know how to pick apart McDermott's defense. Okay, is the student versus the apprentice when it comes to Andy Reid and Sean McDermott. Sean McDermott knows Andy Reid. He's been with him since the days of Reid in Philadelphia. And when Sean McDermott was just a young defensive assistant, learning from the great Jim Johnson and all. So yeah. Um. So he knows how to play against Andy Reid and all. Obviously, and Andy Reid knows how to play against Sean McDermott because he knows Sean McDermott and all. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But yeah, so the Kansas City Chiefs offense always wakes up in these type of games, okay? Because I mean, you're going against Josh Allen. Like, you don't want Josh Allen to have the ball, okay? Same thing for us. You don't want Patrick Mahomes to have the ball, in a sense, to make one last great historical play in his career. Same thing with Josh Allen, okay? So like, I mean, like, it's a chess match when it comes to Chiefs and Bills, okay? But it's a 50-50 game. We could lose. We could win because usually we always get the upper hand in the regular season. Playoffs is a different story. But it is what it is with that. But I'm gonna take us, because history says to take the Bills in the regular season and take the Chiefs in the postseason. Okay? But hopefully that could change. Hopefully that can change. Because see, we could beat these dudes in the playoffs. The problem is our defense doesn't show up. Like, the defense could show up in the regular season, but they don't show up in the postseason, which makes no goddamn sense to me whatsoever. Okay? So there you go with that. So we beat the Chiefs in a nail biter. Okay? Um Josh Allen makes some heroical play just like he did on 4th and 2 in the regular season when the last time they were in here. Okay? So it's a back and forth game, obviously. So, I mean, there's really nothing else you could really say about that. Okay? So it is what it is. I mean, we could lose to the Chiefs, you know, but can we beat them in the play? But the question is, can we really beat them when it merely matters? Okay? No one's gonna give a living F about us beating the Chiefs in the regular season. Okay? They're gonna talk about, like, okay, you beat the Chiefs in the regular season, but can you do it again in the postseason when it matters the most? And history has shown you can't do it because just like your Super Bowl record, you're 0-4 against these dudes in the postseason. Okay. So yeah, that's what people's gonna say. Okay, obviously they're gonna praise and this and that and all, but they're gonna say, can we do it again when it really matters the most? Whether that's in Buffalo or in Arrowhead Stadium. Okay, so there goes that. All right. After the Chiefs, game of the year type of thing. Mahomes, yeah. So yeah, after the Chiefs and Bills, Mahomes, Allen, chapter 10 and all, the Dolphins. Okay. Um, Next, sweeping the Dolphins. There's nothing I can say. Mayor Miami, people. Mayor Miami. Okay. Another Florida team. Okay. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is a sneaky Super Bowl contender in Tampa Bay. Now, I did say Tampa Bay was another goon. If you were to add a fifth, it would be Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Okay. I read a stat just like a year ago or so that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers has never won a game in Buffalo. They have never won a game in Buffalo. Just like the Packers have never won a game in Buffalo. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers ain't no different. Okay? They're no different. They've never won here. They never won here. They have never won here. So, it is what it is. But this could be your preview of a Super Bowl if you want. Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Buffalo Bills. You could say that. I'll be up for that. Tampa Bay against, Buffalo. It would have been better had Brady not retired. It could have been, somewhat of a purr. Because hey, we will have beaten the guy that's always beaten us for so many years, and that ring will matter more than any other ring. You know what I'm saying? So there you go for that. Hell, maybe Josh Allen could call himself the goddamn GOAT after all, because hey, he beat Tom Brady when it mattered most, not Mahomes. Because I know that will kill Chiefs fans to hear that Josh Allen beat the one guy y'all couldn't beat when it mattered the most. And hell, we could say that, hey, Tom Brady, he might have, always had an all-time record against, but when it mattered the most, man, he didn't beat us. But hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But Brady's cool people. He really is a cool ass dude. Not gonna lie. Just didn't, like the way you always dominated my goddamn team, bro. Like, what the fuck? But hey, that's our fault. So can't really blame him. He was doing his job. So it's no biggie. And we're kind of doing the same thing to the Dolphins. So hey, it is what it is. But Tampa Bay is not a slouch. Okay. So this is not gonna be an easy game. This is not a trap game. Okay, the trap games will be like the Panthers and the Browns, for example, right? This, however, is not really a trap game in my eyes. Maybe to some Bills fans is, but the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is not really a bad team, okay? They got some playmakers. They still got Mike Evans, who's about to have another 1,000-yard reception season, who is a first ballot Hall of Famer, in my opinion, okay? I'd love to have Mike Evans on the Buffalo Bills right about now, So, yeah. Chris Godwin's not a slouch. And who else? The rookie they got Ibaka, Ibuka from Ohio State. That's the wide receiver I wanted us to go get. That's the wide receiver that I want the Buffalo Bills to get, man. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is. Maybe one day he might be a Buffalo Bill. You never know. And the defense is still stingy. Their defense is still stingy. So there you go with that. But it's a 1 o'clock game. So yeah. Baker. Oh, and I also forgot. This is the battle of the 2018 draft class. Just like Lamar and Josh Allen is, because those are the two best. Baker Mayfield is the third best. He's the third best. Okay? He's turned a corner. Ever since he left Cleveland and all, the man, Baker Mayfield, he's been in somewhat of a journeyman, in Carolina and in LA. Then, he found his landing spot in the Buccaneer land, and he has grown up. He still acts like, rah-rah, time to time and all. But, the man, Baker Mayfield, has grown up, to say the very least, okay? And he has earned himself as a top 10 quarterback in this league, okay? So there you go with that. So, The way how I look at this game, man, it's not a trap game, bro. I mean, this could be a close game. Don't get me wrong, this could be a close game because that Buccaneers offense is no joke. They're not a joke. Okay, like they're gonna score points, and their defense is not too bad as well. But in the end, as history says, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers has never won a game in Buffalo. So that will be the Buffalo Bills' another win. So how many wins is that? Let me go up real quick. That's 9 wins. 9-1. Can you believe it? 9-1. 9-1. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. Might as well get those Super Bowl might as well start booking those hotels in St. Clair right about now. You know what I'm saying? All right. All right. Moving on. Thursday night football against the Texans in Houston. Look, we have not won a game in Houston in the Josh Allen era, and we have not won a game in Houston in probably 20 years or something like that. I think we won only one game in Houston, bro, and that was probably when I was a baby or so. You know, I probably was a baby the last time the Buffalo Bills won a game in Houston. Okay, so Houston hasn't been too kindly since I was a baby. Okay, afterwards. We should have won last year. Okay, we should have won in Houston in the playoff game. You know, so it is what it is, man. But it is Thursday night football. Josh Allen does not lose on Thursday night football, so that should be the only good luck charm that should be on our minds. It's kind of funny that it's kind of weird that we got 2 Thursday night football games, but hey, it is what it is. So yeah. I don't know about this Texas team, bro. They're kind of overrated, bro. They're overrated. CJ Stroud had a sophomore slump. Okay. I mean, I still think he's a still good quarterback, but who knows? Who knows, man, with that. So yeah, man. I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know what to say about this Texans team, honestly, bro. I mean, they could have a bounce back year, bro. Who knows? But that team is not that good as people think it is. So they could be good this year, but I think the Bills will be looking for some revenge after what happened last year in Houston in a game that they should have won. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know about the Texans. I can't give you a dialogue with the Texans like I did last year, So there goes that. So the Bills will get their revenge against the Texans, and we will finally win a game in Houston since little old Mafia King was a little infant. So there you go with that. Okay, and that game could go. That game could be close, by the way, because they do got a good quarterback. Just don't think he's the elite of the elite like people thought he was heading into last season. Okay, this man thought he was a top 5 quarterback. This man thought he was better than Josh Allen. But whatever. Okay. Pittsburgh. Now this is where the road gets tough. You see these games right here. You see the schedule right here. This is where it gets tough. Okay, and it begins in Pittsburgh. The Pittsburgh Steelers, man. You can say what you want, bro, but Mike Tomlin is that dude, man. That man cares about 500 percentage of wins. Then he cares about winning in the postseason. I mean, well, I won't say he does not care about winning the postseason, no, but he does care. He does care. Now, I understand that there's some Steelers fans that want Mike Tomlin gone, like my boy Levy, and maybe my man Get On Kid as well. So yeah, I understand their frustration with Mike Tomlin and all, but what can you really do? What can you really do? Also, I have family members who's Pittsburgh Steelers fans, okay? So, my family is a little weird. I have family members who are from Pittsburgh, You know what I'm saying? So there's some Pittsburgh Steelers fans. My grandmother's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, but she was born and raised in Buffalo. But she's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. So yeah, so I got a lot of family members who are Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Okay? I know a lot of people who are Pittsburgh Steelers fans. All right, so like the Pittsburgh Steelers is like my second family in the AFC. Okay, so like I do not say nothing bad about the Pittsburgh Steelers fans at all. Okay, if there was a team in the AFC I would be more proud of to see win a Super Bowl would be the Pittsburgh Steelers to win 7. Okay, because I do like the team. I like the fan base. I know it could be toxic at times because hey, they do have 6 Super Bowls. They're just up there with the Patriots, the Cowboys, the Packers, Chiefs, Niners. The cream of the crop. The Ravens and the Giants. And the Broncos too. Hell, even the Raiders. Okay, the Eagles is about to be up there, but their famous already in Super Bowl or as already is. So yeah. But I digress. So the Steelers, man, it's family. How I look at it, it's like it's literally family. Okay, now I've never been to Pittsburgh. Okay, my grandmother and the rest of them have, but I have not been there yet. Okay, so it is what it is. So the way how I look at it, man, it's like this: we're traveling to family to meet up with our family. Okay, our distant cousins. Okay, and we're gonna chop it up, talk, whatever, and then we're gonna play some goddamn ball, okay? And then meet up after the game is over, and then go to a bar, or, go out to a restaurant. Who knows? All right. So that's how I look at it. This now the Steelers is another thing that we should beat, but they gave me headaches because it is the Pittsburgh Steelers. Their defense is always still going to be their defense. I mean, there's one thing you could say about the Steelers and all is that there will always be a defensive team. They will never ever have a bad. They will never ever have a bad defense. Never ever. Okay, that organization is built off their defense. Okay, their 4 championships they won in the 70s, bro, has been built off their steel curtain defense, led by Joe Mean Green. Okay, arguably the best, arguably the greatest Pittsburgh Steeler in that franchise's history. Okay, so that's what I gotta say about that. But we do have the Bengals a week before. I mean, a week after. No, a week before. Yeah, we have the Bengals a week before. Am I saying that right? Yeah, because we play. Yeah, so a week before we play the Bengals. Okay, yeah. We had the Steelers. And the Bills could be looking ahead against the Bengals. Could be looking ahead of the Steelers and getting ready for the Bengals. Against Joe Burrow Company. Who knows? So this is not a trap game. Okay. But I do think this will be a game we might lose. So I'm gonna say our second loss is gonna come against Pittsburgh, and I'm okay with that, honestly, because who's the quarterback? Oh, Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, I forgot about that. So yeah, Aaron Rodgers. He will. So yeah, this will be probably the last time we might see Josh Allen going against Aaron Rodgers. Okay. So there you go. Whether we win against Aaron or whether we beat Aaron in his potential final season. Okay. So there you go. So, obviously, we will be visiting our distant cousins. Okay. We'll be visiting our distant cousins. And then we're probably going to lose against them in their building because it is Heinz Field after all. It's not easy winning there. Okay. I told you that the only hard road is the only hard games on the road is going to be Pittsburgh, New England, and Cleveland to agree. Okay, so there you go. So yeah, so we will lose to our distant cousins in Pittsburgh. All right, so get on, kid, and leave, man. I gave you guys the win. Okay, I know you guys don't believe your team is going to win against us in week 13, but hey, it is what it is. So there you go. Pittsburgh beats us. Now, to the Bengals. To the Bengals. You know, man, I do love sweet revenge, bro. You know, sweet revenge has nothing for what I got, bro. For the Bengals. You know, this is revenge, man. It really, really is. Okay, because the Bengals, these idiots have killed DeMar. They bitch slapped us in our own place, and then Ken Dorsey is just an idiot in Cincinnati. Okay, in a game that we should have won. Okay, we should have won that game had we not done some of the stupidest shit we did. Okay, so like this whole Joe Burrow's is 2-0 against us. This and this and that and all, man. Look, this shit comes to a fucking end, bro. Okay, if there's one team on this schedule, I want us to beat the living. I just want us to beat the most, more than anybody, bro. Because forget the Chiefs, forget the Ravens, forget the Eagles, real quick. All right, because the Eagles is like the second team I want us to beat. But if there's one team I want us to beat the most, it is Joe Burrow and the Bengals. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick and tired of them, bro. Okay. I mean, like, dude, y'all are still on 2021 and 2022, bro. Okay? Get over it. All right? No one gives a living. Well, no. It seems like people care about going to a Super Bowl more than actually winning it. Okay? I said this last year about these two. Okay? With, Burrow and Jalen Hurts. All right? Only difference is that Jalen Hurts went to 2 Super Bowls and won one of them. Joe Burrow went to a Super Bowl and he lost a Super Bowl. Okay? He lost. And people want to still bring up about Joe Burrow this, Joe Burrow that. Man, enough with this shit. Enough with this Joe Burrow shit, bro, okay? I'm sick of it, bro. I'm really, really am. Okay? Joe Shicey. Like, man, please. Man, please. Man, please. Okay? These dudes thought they were the biggest bullies on the block because they beat Mahomes, bro. Okay? And I blame Mahomes. Blame Mahomes the most. Because he's the reason why this bullshit is even happening in the first place. With the Eagles talking shit and the Bengals still running their goddamn mouths. It's your fault, bro. It's your fault. Now, it's also Allen and Lamar's fault too, because, well, for starters, we let this dude come into our building and proceeded to manhandle us. And Lamar here let this man Joe Burrow get away with murder for 2 years because his ass can't stay healthy. So it's all 3 of those guys' fault, but it's mostly Mahomes' fault for creating this whole Joe Burrow hype in the first place. Because this dude don't know how to hold on to an 18-point lead at home. He proceeded to choke more than a top 5 porn star does. All right? I haven't seen a choke job like that since goddamn Matt Ryan, bro. Get out of here. Get out of here. So yeah, man. It's all Mahomes' fault. It's all Mahomes' fault for this goddamn Joe Burrow hype. Really is. And these idiots want to still run their goddamn mouths after the miss of the goddamn playoffs for back-to-back years. Like, get out of here, bro. Get out of here. So, we're going to win this game. Okay? We have to win this game more than anything. This is the one game I want us to win the most. Okay? Outside of the Eagles, okay? This is the number one game I want us to win the most. Okay? This game. This game right here in week 14. This is a circle. A circle, okay? I want us to literally beat the living shit out of these dudes in Cincinnati, bro. Like, really. I really want us to do it. Okay? Because guess what? We don't got no Ken Dorsey on our goddamn squad no more, Bengals fans. We don't. We don't. Okay? We got your boy Joe Brady. The same Joe Burrow that was with Joe Burrow when he had the greatest college football season by the quarterback since Cam Newton in 2011 in LSU when he had Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson. Yeah. Yeah. So we got Joe Burrow's little disguise. We got Joe Burrow's decoy, his sloppy seconds. You know what I'm saying? We got Joe Burrow's sloppy seconds. Okay? And he's with us. So yeah, he's not no, and Lauren Morrow ain't there no more too. Yeah, so yeah, this Bengals defense ain't the same like it once was. The last time we played against them at home, I will say, okay? Last time we played against them, they weren't that good with defense. It's just that we had a terrorist as our OC. Okay? So I digress. And I really wish these fuckers was in the goddamn playoffs the most. The one team I wanted us to face in the playoffs in round one and wild card weekend was the goddamn Bengals. But those fuckers in Kansas City just had to sit their goddamn starters. They just had to sit their starters and just let the Broncos just proceed to blow them out. Proceed to just blow them out. Man, because I knew we could have won that game. It was going to be a close game because our defense was just as bad. Well, not as bad, but our defense was just not as good. Okay, their defense was just bad. Okay, and Josh Allen was going to have a goddamn day against them, bro. I just know he was. But he gets to in week 14, though. Tell you that for much. Fuck that goddamn team for Cincinnati, bro. You know what I'm saying? The one team I want us to beat the fucking most, because I'm gonna be fucking popping champagne, bro, when we do, bro. And then when we do it again in the playoffs, because we have not been able to beat the Bengals in playoffs, bro. We're literally 0-3 against them, bro. We didn't beat these dudes, when we had Jim Kelly, and we didn't beat those dudes when we had Josh Allen in the playoffs. So it is what it is. So we have to beat them, bro. We have to beat them. We have to beat them. We have to beat them. We really do. We have to beat them. So yeah. Because I don't want to go on Twitter after the fucking game hearing 3-0, 3-0, Burrow's 3-0. Like, fuck out of here. So anyways, yeah. The Bills beat the Bengals. The Patriots. So I'm going to say we're going to lose. I'm just going to get out the way. Because we already got the division wrapped up. All right. We already got the division wrapped up. Okay. We already got the division wrapped up. But I think the reason why we will lose is because, because after beating the Bengals, I think we're going to be too much hyped, too much adrenaline, and just, not staying focused and all, okay? And we're bound to lose. We're bound to either win in Cleveland and Foxborough, because these are the last two road games we got, okay? Like, these are the last two road games we got before we face off against the Eagles, okay? So, yeah. I would rather lose in Foxborough, and it pains me to say that, than Cleveland, because, come on, man. Like, do you really want to lose to the fucking Browns a week before you play against the goddamn Super Bowl champions, bro? That has a bad look written all over it. It has a bad look written all over it. Okay? It's one thing to lose to the Steelers before the Bengals because, well, that's the Steelers. Okay? The Steelers are not the Browns. Okay? It's like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing? But yes, we'll give the Patriots a little win, okay? Because even though we already clinched the division and all right, it is what it is. Because after we beat the Bengals, bro, it is what it is. So we're bound to probably lose in Foxborough, okay? But if we win, then hey man, look, it's still fun. Hey man, hey, look, I'm gonna get the brooms right away, bro. Okay, I'm gonna get the brooms right away. Okay, because I would rather sweep them than split with them. To be honest with you. So there you go. Cleveland, I have nothing else to say about it. Miles Garrett, bro, you choose money over. Yeah, that's the only thing I gotta say. The only thing, look, actually two things I gotta say. The only two things I gotta say is that Miles Garrett, you choose money over winning. And Shedeur Sanders, bro, you have a great career, but I'm not sure Cleveland is the place, bro, for you. That I will say. And Deshaun Watson should be fucking locked up. Okay? Fucking goddamn massage polishers and all this other shit. Oh, I forgot to mention that about the Ravens with Justin Tucker. I forgot to mention that shit. Holy fuck. Oh, man. But it is what it is, man. So, I got nothing to say about Cleveland than those two things, okay? Garrett, you choose money over winning, and Shedeur Seniors, you will have a great NFL career, but you gotta get the fuck out of Cleveland, bro. It is what it is. But if you turn Cleveland around, bro, hey man, hey man, hey man, hey, hey man, you probably is probably gonna be more than a hero than LeBron ever was, okay, in Cleveland, okay? So it is what it is. Okay, now to the final two games of the regular season. A preview of Super Bowl 60 in Week 17 between the Super Bowl champions, Philadelphia Eagles, and the guy that got the reigning NFL MVP and Josh Mother effing Allen. Okay, there's a lot of things I gotta say. First of all, Philly, okay. I thank y'all for that goddamn ass kicking of a lifetime you gave us back in February in New Orleans, okay? I thank y'all for stopping the three-peat. I thank y'all for that, okay? But you have to learn, but you have to understand something here, okay? Your boy Jalen Hurts is a fucking game manager. Call it what it is. Call it what it is. Now, I'm a big fan of Jalen Hurts. I did say that man was going to win the Super Bowl for the Eagles one day, bro. I did say that he will turn the Eagles into a potential playoff contender and a Super Bowl champion, and he will win a ring with them, okay? So I did say it about that years ago. Okay, I did say it about that years ago. That Jalen Hurts will win a Super Bowl with the Philadelphia Eagles. And the prophecy became into fruition. Okay? You're welcome, Philadelphia. But besides all that, look, your boy Jalen Hurts is not better than Josh Allen. Okay? He's not better than Burrow. He's not better than Lamar. Okay? Cut the bullshit. Okay? Just because he got the ring, don't make him a better player than either of those guys. Okay? If either of those guys, including Mahomes, was on the Eagles, you guys would be undefeated with either one of them. Hell, you guys would win probably multiple Super Bowls with either one of them. Then Jalen Hurts. I wish I had, I wish Josh Allen had A.J. Brown and Deontay Smith, and Saquon Barkley. I wish we had the Eagles defense and all to play against Mahomes. I wish we had that. But we don't. We don't. We don't got a fucking super team. The only thing we got is Josh Allen. Only thing that the Bengals have outside Jamar Chase and T. Higgins is Joe Burrow. And the Ravens, I mean, they got a good defense. You know, they got Derrick Henry, Mark Andrews, but they got Lamar Jackson. And Mahomes, Mahomes is Mahomes. So there's that. Like, cut the bullshit, bro. These Eagles fans, bro. I mean, oh my god, but can you imagine they repeat, bro? If they go back to back, bro, like, oh my god, it's gonna get even worse, bro. Because then it will say, yo, Jalen Hurts got 2 more rings than both Allen, Lamar, and Burrow, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he's only 1 more ring away. Time for Mahomes, man. Like, get out of here, bro. Like, we don't want to hear that, bro. It would be way worse than hearing the Chiefs talking about a possible repeat. Like, I would rather, and then I would probably, I probably say, I'm like, you know what? The Kansas City Chiefs should just repeat it more than the goddamn Eagles winning the goddamn ring. Because then we will not hear this bullshit about Jalen Hurts got a goddamn ring. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck? I mean, they'll be annoying. Trust me. Chiefs fans will be annoying about the whole repeat because then, oh, well, Tom Brady never repeated. Joe Montana never repeated. Terry Bradshaw never repeated. Johnny Unitas never repeated. Like, get out of here, bro. Get out of here. So, yeah, man. Ain't nobody thinking about no Jalen Hurts got a Super Bowl. No. Like, look, Jalen Hurts is a great, well, hold on. He's a good quarterback. He's just not a great one. He's not an elite one. Okay? Let's call it what it is. Alright? Let's call it what it is, man. We gotta stop this, bro, okay? He is no different than Tua. He's no different from Kirk Cousins. He's no different from Russell Wilson from back in the day when he had the LOB and the Legion of Boom. Okay? Although Russell Wilson didn't have a super team, but still. And he's no different from Brock Purdy. Okay? Let's call it what it is. Call it what it is. Alright? I still like Jalen Hurts. He's one of my favorite quarterbacks to watch. But the man has a super team. He does. You know? And honestly, I can't really shit on the Eagles franchise. I mean, not the Eagles franchise. The Eagles front office for getting a team, for putting a team around Jalen Hurts. I mean, I can't blame them for that. I mean, they did their jobs because, that's what organizations and front offices are supposed to do. They're supposed to surround their quarterbacks with an amount of enough talent for them to succeed and win, I just wish that, a team in Buffalo could do that more often for their quarterback. I know those dudes in Cincinnati wish they could do it for Burrow. Saying to Lamar. Hell, even Mahomes in them, So yeah. Like, man, we gotta we gotta stop this. We gotta stop. We gotta stop this, bro. Alright. Like, congratulations to your boy Jalen Hurts and all. He played outstanding in 2 Super Bowls and outplayed Mahomes in 2 of them. And got the Super Bowl MVP. But come on, man. He's not. No. Just because he has a ring does not make him better than Allen, Jackson, and Burrow. Okay? Like, cut the bullshit. Alright? That's like saying, fucking, Jason Terry is better than Russell Westbrook because he got a ring and Russell Westbrook. Now, Jason Terry is a decent player. He's a solid player. But come on, man. We all know who the better overall player is between Westbrook and Terry. Like, come on, man. What are we doing? What are we doing here, bro? So yeah. That's how I feel about that. To the game though, look, this game could go either way, bro. Okay, this game could go either way because obviously the Eagles are the better team. Obviously, they are the overall better team. But the Buffalo Bills got the better quarterback. Okay. Now I understand people's gonna say, "Well, that defense, look what they did to Mahomes, all this and this and that." I've been hearing about. Well, if the Bills were in that Super Bowl against the Eagles, bro, they would have got blown out too, just like Mahomes. Oh no, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't. Because you know why? You know why? Because we had the fewest sacks than anybody throughout the National Football League. Okay, our offensive line was one of the best offensive lines units in the goddamn National Football League, not just last year, but even in 2023 as well. We had the best. We have had overall the best offensive line back-to-back years. Okay, so we would have held our own against that Eagles front line. Okay, Josh Allen could have, sliced and diced that whole entire Eagles secondary. Okay. Like, ain't nobody thinking about no goddamn, Cooper the Gene and the rest of them, okay? All right. Josh Allen would have had a goddamn day against that whole Eagles defense, okay? Now, on the other side of the ball, our defense against the Eagles offense, I mean, our defense would have got smoked. Our defense would have got smoked. We would have not stopped with nosebleeds. So, like, the Eagles could have possibly won, but they would have not just blew out the Bills, because Josh Allen would have kept the game close. It was just our defense would be the ones, just doing stupid shit, like they always do when it matters the most. So yeah. So yeah, man, and also Josh Allen historically owns Vic Fangio anyway. So like, I mean, like we're not no, no. Like, Josh Allen ain't worried about no goddamn Vic Fangio. Okay, so there's that. If we lose, then we lose. But if we lose in a nail biter, bro, and we meet these dudes in February, bro, and we beat them in Santa Clara, bro, hey man, it is what it is. Okay, but the Eagles are the one team that Josh Allen has not beaten in his career. Okay, the only team that Josh Allen has not beaten his whole career is the Philadelphia Eagles. He has beaten every other team outside the Eagles. Okay, and if you want to say the Buffalo Bills, then fine, because he's not played against the Buffalo Bills yet. Okay, but he's beaten the other 30 teams outside of Philadelphia. So Philadelphia is the only team he has not beaten. We should have beaten the Eagles 2 years ago in Philly when they decided to rob us and all, and they gave us fucking goddamn 11 penalties and shit off of bullshit. Still haven't forgotten about that goddamn game. Which is the reason why I want our goddamn get back in this game. Because if they rob us 2 years later in our place, bro, oh no, sign me up for Eagles and Bills Super Bowl right away, bro. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way, bro. Getting robbed 2 years later in my goddamn home, in my goddamn stadium? Oh hell no. Oh hell no. Got me fucked up. You got me fucked up. So yeah, this will be a potential Super Bowl preview right here. Okay, it could go either way, but some people ain't gonna like this, but I don't give a fuck. We're gonna beat the Eagles because of Josh Allen has never beaten them, and he wants payback. Obviously, the whole entire team wants payback, and yeah, man. I mean, there's nothing I gotta say about it. There's nothing I gotta say about it. I mean, we're gonna get our get back. But if we lose and we get robbed once again, just like we did 2 years ago in Philadelphia, then we'll see these boys in San Francisco in February. For a Super Bowl 60. So that's what I gotta say about that. And then last but not least, we end the final regular season game in Ralph Stadium We will bring out our red helmets, and the red helmets that we've been asking for, the ones from the 90s, the one we've been asking for the last few years and so, and we will wear them against the team that we opened up Ralph Stadium against in the regular season 50 years ago, and that's against these degenerate Jets. Okay, so it's gonna be emotion. It's gonna be a lot of people crying. I think they're gonna do a little montage of going over some of the best moments in the stadium history, some of the best plays, some of the highlight reels, and all, some of the greatest games that was ever played at Ralph Stadium over the years. There will be some wins, there will be some losses, So yeah. But it's gonna be emotional. I think every single Bills player from past and all will be there. Jim Kelly, Bruce Smith, Marv Levy, Andre Reed, Corey Bennett, the rest of them as well. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Fitzpatrick might be there, Fred Jackson, hell, maybe even Mario Williams until Spikes, Kyle Williams, Leslie Alexander, you know. So it's gonna be a lot of emotional memories. James Lawson too. So it's gonna be a lot of emotional, And obviously the stadium is gonna turn up. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be electric. It's gonna be turned all the way up. It's gonna be lit. So yeah. So that's all I gotta say about that. After Jets, um, bye bye, I guess, because we opened the stadium against y'all 50 years ago, and we closed the stadium in the final home regular season game in the stadium against y'all. So it's kind of a little bit of a piece. It's kind of a little bit of a nice trajectory thing, you know. We opened the stadium against y'all, and we closed the stadium against y'all in the regular season. Now playoffs, we'll still have more memories. We'll still have 2 more games, and the Ralph Stadium, or maybe 3 if something happens with the number 1 seed. Because if we don't get the number 1 seed, then it's likely we could get the 2nd seed or 3rd seed. But if something happens with the 2 first seeds and we get the playoffs for out Ralph Stadium or whatever, then hey, it is what it is. So yeah, then we could close out the final real game in the Ralph Stadium against whoever we play in the playoffs. In that final home game. So it is what it is. But yeah, man. So yeah, we beat the Jets in the final regular season home game in the Ralph. Okay, open up against the Jets and closing out with the Jets. So yeah, there you go. So that's noted. The Buffalo Bills final win-loss record will be 13-3. Okay, we'll go 5-1 in the division. We'll go 10-2 in the conference. We'll be undefeated at home once again, and we will lose. We will lose 3 road games. We will lose 3 road games. So kind of like last year, when we won all the games at home and we only lost 4 games on the road. So it's kind of like last year. Only difference is we have a better record, a 14-3 record. Okay. So that's the only difference. So this will be also be the first time that the Buffalo Bills will have 14 wins in a regular season. Because we usually have 13 or 12 or whatever, but we've never had 14. We could have had 14 last year if we were to ever to win that game in Foxborough. Okay? So, yeah. But hey, it is what it is. So yeah, that's what I have it. So the Buffalo Bills will sweep the Dolphins and the Jets, split with the Patriots. And they will beat all of the teams they will beat the teams that's all the goons, all the teams that we having beef with throughout the last couple years. Bengals, Ravens, Chiefs, and Eagles. We'll go 4-0 against them. Okay. Now, if we go, the perfect one would be 2-2. But if we somehow go either 3-1 or 4-0, bro, that's a successful goddamn season right there. We beat 4 Super Bowl contenders in our goddamn home. Hell, if you want, like I said, if you want to put the Buccaneers for a 5th, then hey, say 5. I don't care. But being the tops, but being the top 4 one, the KC, Baltimore, Cincy, and Philly, bro, that's something big. Because these are the only fan bases that have been talking shit to us outside of our division. Okay, these are the 4 fan bases that have been talking shit to us the most these last couple of seasons. Okay, KC, Philly, Baltimore, Cincinnati. All right. So yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, Bills 14-3, potentially getting the number 1 seed of the AFC, capturing it, securing it, having home field advantage for the last rodeo in the Rouse Stadium, in the Farewell Stadium at Orchard Park, before we move into our new home across the street in about a year. Okay, it looks beautiful. It looks like an actual stadium and all. And I can't wait for some of the events there. Like, like we could have a SummerSlam. We could have a WrestleMania. Okay, well, I don't know. WrestleMania might be a little bit too. I don't know. WrestleMania might be a little bit too. Who knows? Because it is Buffalo. It might be too cold. You never know. So yeah. So we don't know about that. But all I know is that we could get some events there, like WWE events, like like I said, SummerSlam and WrestleMania, and some concerts. Obviously, there's gonna be some concerts there, obviously. So there you go. And even other events. So like we're gonna have the NHL Winter Classic there, I believe so, in 2028 or 2029, I think. Or is it in the one of the 2030s? They announced that we're gonna have a Winter Classic there in one of the years. I forgot what year it was. Actually, let me look it up. Let me look it up. Let's see. Let me see. Yeah, because the first Winter Classic was in Buffalo. That's the crazy thing about it. And we lost that to the Pittsburgh Penguins in a shootout. Let me see when this thing is supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be in. I don't know, cause we had the Winter Classic here, first time ever, on New Year's, by the way. So yeah, there you go. Seeing this. Hold on. Let me see. It doesn't say. It doesn't say. I don't know. But I know it was announced that the Buffalo Bills was planning another winter. Not the Buffalo Bills, but that I guess the Sabres were planning to have another Winter Classic in Buffalo, and possibly in doing it in the new stadium. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. So we'll see. We'll see. But that being said, so yeah, the Buffalo Bills' final win-loss record will be 14-3, potentially clinching the first seed in AFC for the first time in over 30 plus years, and doing it in the final year at the Ralph Stadium. Okay, before we move into our new building and possibly could win the Super Bowl. You know, you never know. This could be the year because hey, we've seen this happen before. Remember the Patriots, y'all? So the Patriots had the stadium right now, Gillette Stadium and shit, right? They had the old Foxborough Stadium, and they moved it right across the street, just like the Buffalo Bills are about to do. And the Patriots, they won the Super Bowl. They won the Super Bowl in their final year in that Foxborough Stadium. And the last game in that Foxborough Stadium was the Tuck Rule game, which sparked the start of the Patriots dynasty. Okay. And after that, man, they never looked back. So hey, man, let's just say that history doesn't repeat itself. Now, I don't know if the Bills will have a dynasty or anything. That would be awesome, but hey, never say never, man. Never say never. So it is what it is. But that's bound to happen. That's bound to happen. So yeah, it's bound to happen. So you never know. You never know. You never know. So yeah, y'all. Yeah, that's why I have the Bills going 14-3 this year. Last year was like the first time I actually got the Buffalo Bills prediction right when we went 13-4. Like we won all those home games, by the way. We could have lost. We could have lost to the Cardinals or the Dolphins or the Patriots. Forgot what. I think there was another close home game we had. Oh, the Ravens, yeah. So yeah, we could have lost and shit, but yeah, man, it is what it is, Hey, if we would have had the number one seed in the playoffs and shit, man, we would have beaten the goddamn Chiefs, bro. If the Chiefs were to play in Buffalo last year, bro, and we had a number one seed, bro, we would have definitely won, bro, against them. We would have definitely won against them. So there you go. So yeah, man, it is fucking 1:19, bro. Jesus Christ. I have been on here for 3 fucking hours. 3 hours. 3 goddamn hours. Jesus Christ, I gotta stop doing this shit, bro. I gotta stop doing this shit. I talk forever, and then 1 hour becomes 2 hours, and 2 hours becomes 3 hours. Like, what the fuck? And then 3 hours becomes 4 hours. We haven't even done 5 hours yet. Jesus Christ. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, if I were to, you know what? I will definitely be y'all guy to do a 24-hour live stream. I would definitely be y'all guy. Jesus Christ. Holy fuck. The way I be talking, bro. Holy hell. Jesus. Okay. All right. I don't know how I'm about to end this because I have no outro because I have to upgrade on StreamYard now. Assholes. So this is a little bit weird, okay? This is a little bit weird. Let me see. I could read some of these comments that were passed from the 11 hour mark. Well, I don't know how to pronounce your name. What is that? Lace in? I'll just say Lace. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I cannot pronounce your name. So let's get it. That's an emoji saying waving. Yeah, that's an emoji waving. Hello. Yeah. Then he says, James Cook owning them boys. Yeah, he's talking about the Cowboys, I think. Yeah, he did. Yeah, James Cook sure did, man. James Cook fucking owning them boys, bro. Holy hell, I remember watching that, bro. I'm like, Jesus Christ, bro. Like, yo, James Cook is out here he's out here. Derrick Henry marched on Lich and these goddamn Cowboys, bro. Holy hell. My boy Kincaid. You know, he said you. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, bro? I know you're not probably watching this, but hey man, hey man, what's up, man? You know, now he's a Giants fan. He's another Giants fan. You know, so yeah, and he's also a Lakers and Yankees fan too. So we do have two favorite teams. So yeah, we have the exact same. So between the teams that he like and I like, we have the exact same two favorite teams in basketball and baseball. Okay, so there you go. But considering that we're also from New York as well, so yeah, that too. Well, hold on. Well, not the Lakers. Lakers is not from New York. But 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 with the Yankees though, yes, we're both from New York. All right. So there you go. Fucking Carmelo Anthony's son. You know, want to fucking talk about we're not from fucking upstate New York and Buffalo, New York is not, not you're not considered from New York. Who the fuck are you? And this dude is saying this shit, and he's in Syracuse. So what? Is Syracuse not New York too? Because it has New York at the end. Motherfucker from Denver, Colorado. Denver, Colorado. Telling me that I'm not from New York? The fuck are you talking about? Bro, we got all New York shit anyways. Like, the Yankees and we got all like the New York, we got all the New York gear, the Yankees, the Mets, the Jets, the Giants, the Knicks, the Nets, the Rangers, the Islanders. The fuck are you talking? We're not from New York. Yeah, we even got the New York Liberty for crying out loud. In Buffalo. Fuck out of here. Not telling me that, oh, you're from upstate New York, you're not really New York. What are you talking about, bro? It's still New York, bro. It's still New York. We act like and talk like New Yorkers. The fuck? Shit. Just because we don't live in the city don't mean we're not New Yorkers. Shit, but they want to call us Canada, though. Well, ain't y'all motherfuckers across from fucking New Jersey, bro? That shitty ass goddamn river and water and shit across from fucking Jersey. She could smell that from a mile away, bro. The Meadowlands, bro. Shit's disgusting, bro. Jesus Christ. It's a fucking swamp there. Oh my god. People want to talk about the swamps in Louisiana and Florida and shit. Man, there ain't no more swamp than the Meadowlands in New Jersey, bro. Especially Newark. Especially Newark, Jersey, bro. Oh my god, bro. That shit is. Ugh, man. I don't want to talk about that. But, man, Mel better get his fucking son before I forget him, bro, for saying that dumb shit, Like, fuck you, me, bro. I'm not from fucking New York because I don't live in New York City. What? Man, you from Colorado, bro. Shut your dumb ass up. Little privileged ass son of a bitch. Shit. His daddy should fucking smack him for even saying that dumb shit. Like, man, please. I wish one of my future kids will say some dumb shit saying that, if you're not from New York or, like if you live in upstate New York or you from Buffalo, wherever else, man, you're not really from New York, So I could smack the hell out of them just for saying that dumb shit. Like, do you understand? Yo, son, do you not know where the hell I'm from? I'm from Buffalo, New York. So you saying this shit? So what's that saying? So what you saying that your own dad, your own dad, the man that brought you to this fucking goddamn world and shit. You're saying I'm not from New York, huh? Because I lived in upstate New York. I was born and raised in upstate New York. The fuck? Well, smack the hell out of my goddamn son for saying that dumbass shit. The fuck, man, please. These little ass goddamn these youngins, bro. They something else, bro. They something else. Holy hell. Man. But I appreciate y'all for tuning into this live stream, I know I said I wasn't gonna go for the 3-hour mark, but hey, sometimes, man, when it comes to the Mafia King, bro, I go overboard. Okay? I can talk for hours, bro. Cause you know why, man? Cause I am an entertainer for you guys, man. I'm an entertainer. All right. And I love talking to you guys, I love doing this, okay? I just wish that, I could do this more often. If I wasn't into some of the things that's I'm doing outside of, YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So yes. But don't worry, y'all. Don't worry, y'all. Once I get my shit together, bro, like I said at the beginning of this live stream, bro, I will get a new laptop. Okay, it will be a MacBook. Okay, the video editor will be Final Cut Pro. Okay, and I already know how to use it. And now it might have been a decade since the last time I last used it, but hey, it is what it is. All right. But yeah, once I get a new laptop and sorting this whole thing out, bro, trust me, y'all, I will be back making some video content, y'all. Okay. All right. But as for right now, with this laptop I can't edit it and do anything on it. But live stream, at least I could live stream. That's the one thing I could say. But outside of that, this is what I could do for now. Okay, but because the next time you guys might see me, um, on here would probably be for the NFL playoffs. It could be. Now I don't know if I will have a new laptop by then. I could have a new laptop by then and already have a goddamn Final Cut Pro by then. But if not, if I still have this laptop, then hey, it is what it is. But if I don't, then hey, we'll be back to business. We'll be back to make some video content for the NBA playoffs. Now, if the Bills, I will say this. If somehow, some way, the Buffalo Bills does win the Super Bowl, if somehow, some way, the Buffalo Bills does win the Super Bowl, I might make a hype video because it's like, okay, these dudes are in the Super Bowl, but if they aren't, then hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. So can't take it for granted. But hopefully by next year though, there will be a Bills hype video, and already uploaded and already scheduled to watch for everybody. Who's a Bills fan, who's not a Bills fan, and just getting ready for the NFL season because we all love football. Football's back. College football's back. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. So it is what it is. But we're just back, man. We're back, man. We're back to football, man. We're back to football. That's all that matters. Man. But there's one thing I also gotta say, man. Look, 2025, man. This is the last thing I'm gonna say. Then I'm gonna get off the air. 2025, man. Look, I'm actually kind of glad this year is almost over with, bro, because this has been the most middest year I've ever been a part of, bro. I mean, I've seen some pretty bad ones, some mid ones, and some okay ones, and some great ones too. But man, I've never been part of a mid year like this, bro. Like everything we hyped up 2025 to be, bro, in 2024, bro, it's just been nothing but disappointment, man. Like WWE has been disappointing. The NBA, I mean, the NBA has been disappointing since, after they when they went into, when the pandemic happened, they went in the bubble, and after the bubble, the NBA ain't been the same since. And a lot of other shit has also been disappointing as well. So like 2025, man, has been the most middest year ever. Really has. This summer, oh my god, bro, this might be one of the most middest summers ever. Like this might be the most mid summer ever, bro, because this summer, bro, was the most boringest summer of all time. Like Jesus Christ, there was nothing to do for the summer. Nothing to do. Now I'm not saying 2024 was perfect, but at least there was something to do. At least there was something. 2025 summer is just goddamn ass, bro. It's just ass. Like, man, look. The last time we had the last great summer, bro, was 2016, and that shit would be and that shit within next year will be 10 years old. Now, we pray and hope 2026 is a better year than 2025. Let's pray and hope it is. And let's hope the summer is the greatest summer since 2016, because that would be a 10-year, a 10-year, a 10-year advance, a 10-year decade, it'll be a decade, that, we'll get possibly the greatest summer ever in 2026. And the last time that happened was 10 years ago in 2016, you know? So yeah. So yeah, man, I am kind of glad that, the summer is almost over and this year is almost over, because, I've had it, bro, with this year, honestly. First, my goddamn laptop shitted the bed, and I had to get this goddamn laptop, and only to find out it's only not up to date, but whatever. Now I gotta buy a whole new laptop and shit, and other things as well. What's funny? I also know this year was also boring too. The fact that when my birthday happened, bro, oh my god, bro, my birthday was like, first of all, my birthday didn't even feel like it was a birthday at all. Like, I've never had a birthday where it didn't even feel like it was a birthday. It just felt like it was another day. Although a birthday is another day anyways. But my 22nd birthday, bro, it was complete just boring, bro. It was boring, bro. Like, it didn't even feel like it was a birthday, bro. I'm like, bro, I'm looking at this. I'm like, bro, are we serious, bro? Are we serious? Like, oh my god. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. I mean, that was the most middest birthday ever, bro. Hopefully for the LeBron and Jordan year, bro. Hopefully, 23 is better, because, I will be 23 on April 23rd. Within, how many months is that? Let me see. I'm typing it. Hold on. Like 7 months. Hold on. No, wait, no. Um, okay, hold on a minute. Sorry. Okay. I mean, what the hell? Let's see. 8 months. Okay. Okay, so well, actually, I should have actually knew that, because April is 4th, August is 8th. So yeah, that kind of makes sense. All right, so in 8 months, for the 23rd birthday, I will be 23. Okay, so 8 months from now, I will be 23 years old, and the Jordan and LeBron year. Then after that will be the Kobe year. Yeah. Right now, there's the Derrick Henry year or Christian McCaffrey year. Next year, we're turning up. In 8 months, we're turning up for 23, because it's the LeBron and Jordan year. Okay, fellas? All right. So it is what it is. Hopefully, it actually feels like a birthday. And also, that's when the NFL draft is on. So yeah, we'll see about that. Because where's the NFL draft? What, in Pittsburgh? That shit is in Pittsburgh, right? That shit's in Pittsburgh in April. Wait a minute. Hold on. I can't. Where's that at? Pittsburgh? Damn, the NFL draft will be like, it'll be the 91st annual. Wow, that's crazy. Pittsburgh, yeah. So 23rd to 25th. Okay, all right. All right. So NFL draft is on my birthday once again. Last time that happened was when I was 17. That was the beginning of this decade. And before that, it was I don't know. No, because I know the other one was when I was 2. That was the Aaron Rodgers draft. Yeah. Aaron Rodgers was drafted the day I turned 2. That's crazy. So yeah, Aaron Rodgers been in the league since I was 2 years old. Yeah. So there you go with that. And then it's kind of funny that 15 years later, it's kind of funny. 15 years later, these Packers, the Green Bay Packers drafted another quarterback when I turned 17 years old. That's crazy. That's crazy how 15 years apart they draft a quarterback. Hell, that shit could happen with Jordan Love again. That shit could happen with Jordan Love. We don't know. But we'll see. But I don't know. That depends on if Jordan Love turns into an asshole, just like Aaron Rodgers did and Brett Favre did. Who scum to the earth, by the way. Fucking goddamn Brett Favre. God, like, man. But yeah. Let's hope and pray to God that 2026 is a better year, people. Okay. So yeah. Let's just hope it's a more better year, because this year was just mid, and I'm glad that summer is about to be over with, and the year's about to be over with, and then 2026, man. Well, we got a collection, bro. We got what? Avengers Doomsday. We got GTA 6. We got Spider-Man Brand New Day. Daredevil Season 2. Once again, we got The Punisher. Who's also going to be in Spider-Man Brand New Day as well. And I think what else is coming in 2026? Oh, the Supergirl movie. And other stuff. So yeah. 2026 got a whole cargo log, bro. Got a whole cargo log. Okay? They got bangers after banger, bro. You know what I'm saying? They got some bangers, bro. So, hey, man, I can't wait. Man. It's gonna be a blast. It's gonna be a blast. So yeah, can't wait. But I'm gonna get out of here, y'all, because it is almost 2:00 up in here. So yeah. I appreciate you all for tuning in and on. Thank you for the people who commented and on. And I only see if anyone's like this, probably. Let's see. All right, one. All right, whatever. One person liked it, the live stream. I don't really give a fuck, honestly. So it's what it is. But thank you for thank you for the person who liked it. Thank you for the people who tune in, and thank you for people who probably kept the stood up for me for 4 hours. I mean 3 hours. So yeah. But yeah, y'all. A lot of changes is gonna come. All right. First things first, I gotta get my shit together, get a whole new laptop, and then I'll get the Final Cut Pro video editor, and then it's back to business. Then I'll create a whole video schedule and all when videos be dropping. It's mostly for when the season for the NFL season to start. So like when the schedule releases and all, that's when I will do the video schedule daily thing. So there you go. Then it would be other stuff as well. Yeah, so then it'll be some other things as well. Oh, and also that wrestling podcast with Phenom and Nick. My two boys, NY Phenom and Nick and all. It's called Stream Heat. I don't think I said the name yet, but yeah, the wrestling podcast we're doing is called Stream Heat. Now we still have not made the channel. Okay, the artwork is at this moment, as I am now, as of what I've known so far, is still being created. Okay, and the plan is that what Phenom told me is that the plan is that whenever he gets a new laptop and all, he's in the exact same boat as I am. Is when when he gets a new laptop, that's when extreme heat will take place. Now, granted, he has to make the the artwork, the channel itself. Also, we're also gonna have a social media page, so we'll have one on Twitter. So that will be official as well. Okay, because then because obviously I'm going to put the channel and up in the link, and obviously I'm going to put the channel on my channel so that you guys can tune it, so you guys can go check it out and all. Once once we created the channel and all, once the channel is up and live, and also the social media will also be in the social bars as well. Okay, so there's that. But as for right now, I'm not. As for right now, those are the plans on what's is happening behind closed doors. So whenever Phenom gets a new laptop, that's when streamings will begin. Okay, I can't promise you guys when it will start. Okay, it could be either 2025, late 2025, or sometime next year in 2026. Okay. Now, I don't know if we're going to start it before WrestleMania or after WrestleMania, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, man, it's going to be something that we're going to do, bro, okay? So yeah, that's another thing. So yeah, if we start that after WrestleMania, then I'm okay with that, because obviously you know me, because football season will be around the corner by then, you know. So yeah, and obviously I have to do channel for that. I have to, do video content for you guys. So it is what it is. Now, I might or may not show my face over there, but if I do, then hey, that will be the face reveal, I guess. All right. So there you go with that. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, so those are the plans for our wrestling pod. So yeah, it's called Stream Heat, and we just gotta do what we gotta do. Okay, so whenever Phenom gets a new laptop, that's when that's when we could get started. So there you go. Now I will tell you guys when it will be released. I don't know if it's gonna be on a live stream, but if I tell you in the community post, then yeah, I will. So it is what it is. So yeah, that's the plan with my two hoots and Nick and Phenom. All right, so that's that. So that's the one thing I wanted to say before I get off here, okay? So yeah. But that being said, y'all, I'm out of here, y'all. I am drained. Okay, I'm feeling a little bit tired and I want to hit the hay, okay? Because I have some things to do later today, okay? So yeah. But I appreciate everyone for tuning in and for this live stream. We went over the Buffalo Bills 2025 win-loss prediction record and all. Ended up being 14-3 and all. So it's what it is and all. But if you're just coming in on, I'm about to end the stream and all, so you could replay the whole entire stream once it's over and all. And yeah. So anyways, y'all, until next time, y'all stay safe out there. And don't do anything I will do. And as I always say, I've been saying this for 5 years now. Wash your goddamn hands. Okay? Wash your goddamn hands. Okay? Jesus Christ. Okay? Like, goddamn, fucking, it took y'all a whole pandemic to know to wash your goddamn nasty asses and goddamn wash your goddamn filthy ass hands. So what the hell's wrong with y'all? Wash your hands too, you nasty freaks. Okay? And respect others. and respect one another. Okay, regardless of what skin tone they are, or if they're heterosexual or homosexual or they're transgender and all. Okay, because at the end of the day, man, everybody bleeds the exact same color of red, and everybody still got a heart and feelings just like everybody else. Okay, and also, yeah, that too. So don't treat anyone different than you want to be treated. Okay, regardless of they are having or regardless if they have a disability, or if they're trans, or if they're another race, skin tone as you. Okay, treat people as you want to be treated with the exact same amount of respect. Okay, because if you don't, then you're just an ignorant asshole. Okay, and you're a piece of shit. All right. So that's all I gotta say. This is your boy, the Mafia King. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a good night and stay safe. And deuces. And go Bills. Talk to you guys in a drift. So signing out. Later, y'all.